Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Going Medieval, which is finally coming out into full release on March 17th. Today, I take you into my newest design. There will be fighting, there will be farming, and there will be, of course, half-naked men running around with horns on their head. Welcome to Going Medieval. Let's get started. Okay, starting a brand new scenario on a new life. We now have a map preview feature, so you can just keep re-rolling until you find something that you kind of like. You can see these are iron, clay. It even tells you what everything is. That's salt, rocky soil. That's pretty cool. Okay, so this is actually really cool over here. A giant lake, a ton of clay, which isn't too bad. You can make a lot of brick, good chunks of limestone and iron off in the distance. We're going to take this. So the map seed is down here, 124 647 9097. We're on the hillside and a large map. Okay, so we're going to use members who have bought membership to my channel for all the names in here, and we're going to sort it by the level of membership and how long they've been a member for. So in order, we have Brave Gaming, Ender Stratos, and History Teacher 73. I have no idea what y'all look like, so I'm just going to go with these funny looking people. Now we have 270 creator points. I've selected advanced customization. We're going to zero everything out, and we're going to pick the perks to make the best group of people we possibly can. So X out all the perks, get this down to 0. All right, so your background, everything has point calculation. So for Brave, I already have started. We're going to give him Caring to give him +5 animal handling. It also gives him a job preference in animal handling and barter. This is going to help us gain experience a little bit faster. We're also going to give him Army Cook. This gives him culinary, melee, and more animal handling. So you can already guess it. And we're going to put him into animal handling. Now, animal handling is extremely important because you can train all the animals to start helping you haul. This essentially allows you to recruit animals as your logistical system. It's very, very important. You will not have a good playthrough if you do not get animal handling for that reason. The next thing I want to do with him is get him into botany. We're going to give him 10 points in botany. We're going to give him 10 points into culinary. He's already getting a +10. So he's going to be animal handler, botany, and cook. Now he's also going to have a little bit of melee skill. I'm only going to give him 5 since he's already getting +12. Now, the most important thing to give your farmer is a perk called Green Thumb. Now, he won't be artistic, he won't be singing, he won't be painting, and we don't need him for that. We just need him to go out there and do his job. This will give him +3 botany, harvesting amount of 35%, and reduces the chance of harvest fails by 50. It only costs 2 points. Pretty good. Another one I like to get him, which is a little pricey, is Fleet-Footed. Movement speed +20% and motor function of +15%. This is essential for traversing a large map and getting resources. So much so that we're actually going to go down the line and give this to every single person, just that we have the fastest folk. Okay, so everybody has that. A great perk is Wise. It costs 9 creation points though. 9. Pretty darn expensive. But it gives them a 20% XP gain on everything they do. Increases their intellectual skill. It also increases their XP gain. So we're going to give him Wise. Okay. And you can see settlers will gain 2.5% more experience if they have this here. And intellect will just really help them out, okay? We're going to give everyone at least a 5 intellect. Can't have them be too dumb. I also think it's important to have a little bit of medicine skill, because they're going to need to be able to heal themselves. Mining also needs to be at least 5. They'll naturally level up, but you want some kind of baseline. Alright, so he's already incredibly hyper specialized. That's where we're going to leave him. We're at 148, 270. I'm actually going to come down to History Teacher, because History Teacher is going to be our primary researcher, right? So we want to make sure he has some of the highest intellect skills. We're going to give him Inconspicuous. This costs 7, but gives us +5, but it gives him a job preference in intellect. So we're going to boot up his intellect to 10. This is going to be a good spot for him. Now, he's also an armorer, if you look at what we have there. Now, we can take it or leave it, right? It gives him smithing and carpentry +5. So he'll be doing intelligence things. Now, we're not going to be smithing that much. Not much at all, in fact. So we're actually going to switch it out to carpentry. We need someone with a carpentry level of 20 in order to make the early game crossbows, which is going to give you a massive advantage. And the background that we're going to give him is the broken, to give him +3 marksman, because we're also going to give him 10 points in marksmanship. He's going to have to learn the rest. He's going to be primarily a ranged unit. There you go. We have a carpenter who is intelligent. Now let's give him some perks that are going to help him. Probably only 1 for now, and then we'll see how many points we have. Ooh, we actually need this. The Witchy +3 animal taming, chance to tame animals with 10%. I need to go back to bravery and give him this one. I forgot about this one. Okay, so bravery is pretty stacked. We're definitely giving some preferential treatment to him. Hopefully he doesn't perish. So we definitely want to give him intellect +3 and XP gain. This will help out tremendously. We're going to give history teacher wise. I'm actually a big fan of industrious too, as someone who crafts. They're basically getting a global work speed of +15%, which isn't bad, but you can see it's pretty costly, 6 points. Here we go. Erudite. Rare intellect. So this gives us +5 and massive XP gain. Also increases this, so we get 4 times more XP. So we can start off with a pretty low intellect, as you can see, and rapidly gain a lot of points. So we're going to give him that. That puts us at 196. So let's actually boot this up to 5. Get mining at 5. I like to give them a baseline so they're not just, you know, crazy efficient. Get their medicine up to 5 so they have a baseline there. And we're going to leave them just like that. So this leaves us our main person. So he's got to be good in 2 things. Construction and mining. We need someone who can do the dirty work. I am going to give him accurate. I want him to be a ranged combat specialist. I'm going to put 5 into there. Roofer is pretty crazy, but it's 27 points. Roofer is pretty darn crazy. That's one thing you have to admire about this game. It's got some really cool perk systems. Okay, here's the one I actually like. Construction, mining, botany, brickmaker. It's 29. That is pretty cool. So that gives us him as an expert miner. He's going to gain experience faster. Good with marksmanship. Very passionate. He's also got high crafting skills, which isn't reflected here. Now for his perks. We already gave him the movement speed. We definitely want to give him wise. Okay, we're at 10 more points left. To actually get his baseline up. Okay, so he needs at least 5 in medicine. You can see each of these are taking 5 points. He's also going to be our construction guy, and he has nothing there. Okay, so we're a little off, but we're doing okay. Intellect, we're just going to have to pass. Now, I did give him wise, of course, for that XP gain, but that's about it. We got a pretty good group. Nobody here is artistic. Nobody here is specialized in marksman, but they're pretty high. We can train them. No medics, no smithing, no speechcraft, no tailoring. Now this will become a problem, but we're going to get people who come along, and we can usually get a tailor out of all of them. I'm kind of focused right now on the things that are going to give us long-term success. And that's right. I got to make a brave an old man. There you go, brave. And you're probably a little bit taller than that. Pretty sure you told me you're pretty darn tall, actually. We'll make you as tall as I can. 210. There you go. That's a little bit more accurate. Let's begin. Okay. So starting off, we're in the middle of a clearing. And so here's the lake. Now there is fish, and we can get that year round. We got limestone over here. Now they can actually set things on fire too, which really sucks. We have dirt, rock clay. We have a dead deer over there. We got everything we need. We got some, yeah, we got everything we need. So I'm looking around. We don't have, ooh, look at all that limestone. And we got a ton of clay over here. So this is looking like where we're going to place primary village. So the concept I had for this was build a small castle and go underground. So we have everything we need right now. We're going to set down some default stockpiles and get some basic things going. So in the beginning of the game, we're going to be building something that isn't going to be there in the long term. So just keep that in mind. And let's go in and get these places chopped up. Now we also want to come over here. There's a urgent haul tool. I love it. And here's the allow tool. So you can just highlight all this stuff in the ground. Now we also need to get them with their appropriate weapons. So Brave is going to go for short sword. And I'm going to give him a buckler. History teacher is going to go for the longbow. And Ehoric going to go for the short bow. We also have a sling on the ground, so that's cool. So we have one melee person to help guard everything. There's also mushrooms and other things that we can... Wow, this is actually a good map. So we got harvest right here. Got a bunch of mushrooms. We have a cat named Cleo. Reminds me of the Call Me Now. This cat does not have a Jamaican accent and cannot tell the future, so hey, don't worry, I checked. All right, let's get these trees down. So here we go. We got ourselves the default stockpile. So we just... one thing you need to know is the wolves will come in and start eating our food. I know in the past I made some substantial mistakes on getting this stuff up a little bit faster. So we're going to get a door and everything around here. And get a form of covered storage. And we're going to speed this up just a tad bit. Yeah, so we got Brave out here, who has a really low fail chance. We have plenty of food. Now, one of the best foods in the game, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, are these berries. I typically will start farming the berries before everything else. You don't have to worry about seeds, because the food itself is the seed. Later on, actually, apple trees become the dominant force. But yeah, they're hard at work. We'll get some covered storage. This is kind of the fun part of the game, where you get to watch them build everything out. Okay, yeah, they got the bulk of it. I think we need a few more trees. No, we got the trees over here. You can see we got some oak saplings. We'll start planting some stuff in the future. But yeah, primarily getting that area down here all fixed for us. It's gonna help us in the long run. Wolves won't eat our food, but this is why I like to go underground, essentially. And we may go to that degree here sooner rather than later. But first and foremost, what we need to do is start getting up certain tables. So I'm going to get up our butcher table first. And I'm also going to get a campfire. I need to get bravery hard at work cooking for us. Basic research. We can put this inside or outside. Now, you do get bonuses for rooms and stuff like that, and we'll go into more detail. We got our grids and our rooms. We'll go into more detail on those room bonuses in the future, but I do know you'll get a pretty big bonus from just having everything inside. So we're just going to have them infinitely butcher. And there were a few things I saw. Now, we want them to create only up to 10 meals at a time. It's pretty good. Yeah, our food reserves are pretty low, it's saying, but we have plenty of food around us. We need to be prepared for winter, though. Winter gets a little intense. Get these fields out, too. Now, like I said, I want to get into agriculture as soon as possible, so we're going to need to get the research bench up next. And by holding control, you can move through the layers, just so you know. That's how you can kind of see what's going on. So we have a small room, unfortunately. Like I said, I was just trying to get some of the stuff off the ground. And we're going to put our base research bench right in here. Q and E to rotate. There we go. Now, Cleo will come in and just eat food as Cleo needs it. So don't worry about Cleo. Just make sure you have enough food. And once we get the research bench, then we'll get into agriculture as soon as possible. And we have a bunch of wood over here that we just cut down. I think we're in good shape. We also have things like barley. And you can also get flax. Tall grass will give you hay. And the hay, because we will be getting into a bunch of husbandry, it is very viable if you want to get goats and all types of stuff. So over here, you can see we have clay. I'd prefer... Actually, you could make an argument that this might be the best place to build our base. But I would actually make the argument it might be the worst. So let's think. Okay, we got a dead rat over here. If anyone's hungry. Got plenty of fish, which we can use to feed ourselves through a bad winter. Winter is going to be coming here shortly, and it will ravish all of us. So the first thing we're going to unlock is architecture, and then agriculture. And they have a whole new... It's the same text, but they have a whole new little venue for looking at things. So over here, what we want is to have him create books till there's about 110. We're going to need to get up some better storage here in a second. But primarily what I want to do is just get the basics. So these shrubs, they're the best thing in the game. Now you can do a big old field of them. That's my favorite thing to do. But I also am a big fan of strip farming. In case there's blights or fires, it makes it gives you just a little bit of wiggle room. Also, I just think it looks nicer. I like the strip farming. We can do fences. There's so much we can do in this game. So we do have cabbage seeds, and it would be slightly wise. So there's actually a ratio. So you can plant cabbage fields that are just meant for seeds, and you can plant cabbage fields that are meant to yield the maximum amount of cabbage. Best way to do this is to have like 3 or 4 that just go to seed, and that will pay for everything. The main issue is you will sometimes have a harvest going into winter, and then you lose everything. So I actually produce twice as much seed as I need, just so I don't have to micromanage my farming that way. It makes it so much easier. I've played this game so much, and I'm really good at identifying the laziest, most efficient way to do things, because if you're having to do 30 to 50 things a minute, like, you're not going to enjoy the game, right? So I like to play lazy efficient. It's where you're doing the most minimum to get the best result. And I think that you build better and you have more fun when you play that way, personally, because you're not having to, like, okay, he picked the 14th seed, now I gotta stop him. You're able to just kind of like chill out and stare at a goat. This goat named Belle. Yeah. Okay, not a good example. Not a good example, but you get the point. So everybody's sleeping. We should probably get into a little bit more. So we're going to get attacked at some point in the future. So one of the things that I like to do is to build off of my main area and put a defensive location on top. So we're going to get out a bigger area for additional storage and primarily for bedrooms. And we're going to have it. One of the things I do is I don't have multiple entryways. I use one entryway. So we can use multiple gates. We can do all types of stuff. So what we're going to do over here is have this be the only way that someone can get in. So we're going to have ourselves a ladder like that. We're going to scroll up and we're going to get ourselves a wooden area like that. Now we can get up on this roof, get a bonus for fighting. Everybody's having a good time, except for the people attacking us. Then what we're going to do is create a defensible area. And that defensible area is going to look like this. You can see they upgraded it now. You used to have to select this to angle. Now they automatically angle. But yeah, you can make it look pretty. So we're going to have it look like this. And this is going to give us a defensive zone that we can control. And because the door is right over here, this is the only way that they can enter. Now we can place stick traps, which do require mechanical components, but are very advantageous. What I found to be the best way to do things is to have multiple doors. So we're going to do this. We're not going to put a top on it because what we're going to do is sit in here and shoot down. Now the best way to do this too is to make it big enough that you can come in and kind of sit. So we're going to make it a little thick on these sides. I'm actually going to back out this top part here. Okay, just like this. And now we can shoot down into a little murder hole after they break in. This works with 1 or 2 people. We'll need a bigger design for a larger settlement. I'm hoping we can get at least 10 people in here, but we need to cut down some more trees, get everything going. We got a lot of logs over here. So bravery is planting our future. You know, this is going to be what feeds us in the long run. And right now we need to also be gathering mushrooms, getting everything done. So we have this area all out now. Okay, so over here what we want to do is put down another stockpile, but also, oopsie daisy, not mean to do that. Also, sorry, put down some beds, okay? Sleeping spots. So bed here, bed here, bed here, and a bed right here. And that requires hay, as you can see. So we have a bunch of hay right outside. We're going to gather that, bunch of it. Now next, we want to start looking at these goats, and we want to start training the goats. So this will be part of Bravery's job. Eventually, when we get them trained enough, we'll be able to assign them skills. We go to manage, these are our people. Go to overview, we go to domestic, and you can see that we're training. You can also put the cat on vermin control. I'm not quite needing that yet. Once we get them trained enough, we can actually get animals that can battle, do all types of stuff. We want them to haul. This is going to help us because you can sit there and mine, and you can have the goats haul everything away instead of having to rely on a person. So this is a massive force multiplier at the beginning of the game. It is essential. I pretty much start all my playthroughs with someone with animal handling for that reason. Alright, and we're going to get this up, and that's going to be great. History teachers, for some reason, decided to become a construction worker. That's alright. So, if we want them to do what we assign them to do, we need to tell them to, one, go to manage, tell them to self-tend. This means that they'll heal themselves. Right now, we're not going to mess with these stats, but we will mess with them in the future. We're going to go to schedule. This is looking good. Okay. Then we're going to go to jobs. This is where we set their priorities. Now, they are automatically set to prioritize the things they are good at. This is a new feature too. That's actually really nice. I thought I had to do this manually. So he, for some reason, has forsaken his education. Now he's back at it. He was helping out with, yeah, why? No. They're doing each other's jobs. Okay. So something broke down here. Okay. You're supposed to be hunting, you're supposed to be mining, you're supposed to be crafting. You're not supposed to be doing research. You are supposed to not be building. Yeah, he's 3. I'm going to put history teacher at 4 on construction. Okay, and you need to be number 1 on construction. All right, we're in better shape now. You need to be 4, and you need to be 4 on research. I do not want him ever researching. So we're going to call him to action, undraft him. Then it should reset the silliness that we just saw. All right, let's speed this up. All right, now history teacher's back to work. And now the right person is doing construction. Sometimes the game gets a little silly. All right, Brave is doing a good job of getting insane amounts of material. We got some beds coming up here. All right, and once this is up, they'll be able to walk into the defensive area. Another thing we want to do is make sure that we're getting some flooring down. Yeah, definitely want to get the flooring down. And he has his work cut out for him. And it's kind of boring to watch all the building, but he's got a lot to do. So we're basically making an elongated central little hub area, building it out, with the idea that eventually we're going to build a mighty castle right here. What I'd like to do is create a work camp that starts collecting all the resources, like the limestone, the clay being one of the easier ones for us to do with brick. Now that you can set things on fire and they have things like ladder, we'll eventually even create a moat around the entire castle. We're going to go underground with a lot of our buildings. We're going to keep an area for farming. You actually don't need as much farming area as you think. So we got some research available. So we got furniture, we got fermenting. Fermenting's actually really good. Alcohol makes people really, really happy. Unfortunately, I'm more interested in other things. Like, you know, clothing, so they don't freeze to death. That's pretty good. Defensive structures. Not necessary quite yet. It looks like they moved certain things. The Boyer table, that would be one I'm very interested in. We're going to let them move in those avenues. Alright, now everybody's doing their appropriate jobs. Bravery is doing the majority of the work, as always. Not enough beds. Okay. So at this point, I'm actually going to manually control them. I want to prioritize the construction of these beds. That will make them just a little bit happier. He just made his bed and went to bed. What a jerk. Alright, make them all. There we go. Yeah, we'll get at least 2 beds up. And eventually we will have these goats. Now, your tame chance, of course, is based upon the stats of the person doing it. Let's make sure that the person taming is bravery. A patient should also be 1. And convalesce, this is important. This should be 1. This is basically them sitting and resting, okay? So if, like, they're losing HP and all that stuff, you want to make sure that that is 1. Tending to the wounds of others should also be 1. Firefighting should also be 1. These are primary things. These are emergencies, okay? Brave is going to put 3 to fishing, 1 on grow, or 2 on grow, 2 on harvest, 1 on animal handling, 1 on cooking, 2 on cut plants. I like that. Alchemy 3. I want him to focus on what I have him there for. Oh, it's in an unstable environment. Okay, we need to get that ceiling up. So we'll just let them continue to work. I'm pretty proud of what we have going for us right now. Brave is now at Bonnie 12 from just chopping trees. That's pretty good. All right. So we just need to focus on everything. Now, Bella is actually stuck up here, and usually they're pretty smart. So when you have someone who's stuck, You can see she's probably going to start starving. So we just need to turn this door to keep open. And she'll come in and grab the hay. I'm going to prioritize opening the door here. We'll give him access. And we're going to let him get everything else up. So we definitely need to do a priority haul on all the material over here. And speed this up. Want to get this all built out. And hopefully we can get some certain things tamed. I mean, we should priority haul all this food. And for research, we're going to go down the line. So we have agriculture. We want preservation of food next, so that we can build these shells. Also, we'll eat smokehouse. Now, the smokehouse just requires raw clay, and we can get that over here. Probably get enough right there. There's also blueberry bushes and stuff in the game. And I don't remember those from a while back, so that's pretty cool. So let's also come over here, and once we gather some, plant some fields of that. There we go. Okay, now we can plant those blueberries. I'm going to do this. I think I'll cancel this guy for now. But we should definitely start harvesting any and everything we can for food. And we got a bit of wood coming in right now. So I'm going to let them all kind of catch up and do their thing. Now there's also things like a wooden well, drawing up clean water. I think this is needed for lots of things. So we'll get a well up right there. Eventually we'll need a pyre. People will perish. Now the enemy will actually attack your pyre, and it's really obnoxious because they destroy it. And they get really sad when they see dead bodies. It causes huge problems. They start breaking down mentally. So I put it up on the roof to keep them from destroying it. That way I have it immediately, and I get rid of people. Eventually what I do is I actually create a little nook where I create a highly prioritized area for them to drag the bodies, and I keep it away from the village. Now we're also going to want a brazier. It's going to get cold at some point in the future. And to help with their psychology, it's good to get a table and a couple stools. We'll get 3, like that. And a table. Merchants coming in. I don't typically have too much to trade. What I like to get from merchants are apple seeds. So if you are able to get apple seeds at the early stages of the game, super good idea. And yeah, we're going to cancel a few of these right now. I find it's best just to get up as much as you possibly can. You can see the blueberries are easier for us to get right now. And we're doing the best we can to train these goats. Hopefully we'll get something soon. That's why we gave him a 10% chance for that success rating. You just really need someone with high animal handling and a high success chance to get them to go. Now luckily we have fish down over here. So in the winter, we're going to aim for fishing, unless it freezes the lakes. But the primary preparation, and the primary thing that you need to be afraid of is winter. One campaign, I had to go to cannibalism. I was cannibalizing my enemies. It was crazy. We almost didn't make it. Okay, so the wooden well isn't working in this location. Only operate if they reach the well. So this red means that they can't reach the water beneath it. So that is interesting. So nowhere in this location, see, everything is red. Am I able to get this well to work? Oh, I see. We can put it in the water. It works in the water. There we go. Okay, let's move it over here above the water. Makes 0 sense, but whatever. I guess what we need to do is get the moat going, and then we can use... It needs to be close to a water source is the thing. Alright, and we desperately need to get the top part of this up. Yeah, they're doing a good job. There's just a little bit more work to do. Now we have a massive amount of research available. So what we're going to do is come over here and start taking a peek. Fermenting is a good one. Tailoring is kind of important. Barrels for preservation, water barrels. We need beeswax. Okay, I'm gonna unlock these guys. Water barrels kind of seem important to me. I know for firefighting especially, right? So let's move. Brave right now is hauling. He's getting resources for construction. Yeah, we got a lot of pressing matters right now. we should be in good shape for the attack. See, we're starting to get our little bit of castle going on here. This is, like I said, this is my favorite way to do early game. You have your little murder hole entryway. Eventually you get some traps. All right, we got some more research availability. Not a whole lot. Now the merchant is here, so who has the best speechcraft? Pretty much nobody except for history. So we will use history as our main barterer. Let's see what he has. So he's got beet seeds, oh, he's got apple saplings, even one. So what's cool about apple saplings is you plant an apple tree, it will just start spawning, okay? It will start self-replicating. So we're not going to plant anything crazy. I like to sell books. One book bought that whole seed. And I mean, we can start buying seeds. Flax seeds don't need. Actually, flax seeds would be pretty good. The seeds will actually eventually. Ooh, quince sapling. So that's another fruit. We'll get that. Learn that one from Manor right? I wouldn't have known what that was until Manor Okay, we could sell the cat. I won't sell the cat. We have a few things that we can sell. We'll sell another book. There we go. We're gonna sell the 2 books. Beautiful. And then over here, we're gonna go down. There's our quince. Bears legendary tough fruit. And so it will start spawning around any green it has. So we're gonna put it right here. And then the apple tree will go right there. And so I'm gonna get bravery on that immediately. These are like the fact that we can have these start to grow is we can tear down the excess trees that are gonna spawn randomly. And we can replant them somewhere else in a more structured position, fortified and structured. So we need a bunch of clay. So we'll priority all of this down here. Nice. And our training attempts have so far been very successful. Soon we shall have a goat or a sheep. Oh no, they're goats. Cool. Yeah, we got goats. Perfect. And we got Cleo. Fortune-telling cat. All right. Yeah, so this well needs to be moved. I'm gonna have... I just realized I'll have to do this in post-editing. I made a type... when I changed the setting, it reverted to the original name. Sorry about that, Ender. This is Ender. Ender. There you go. Yeah, and there's also roles in this. You can make people bards, chaplains, prison wards, librarian, sergeant-at-arms, a broker. So these are some new things that I actually haven't seen before, and we'll explore a lot of that. Now I'm hoping, beyond all hope, that we can get a 4th person in here soon. But what we're going to do with Ender is have Ender move this well. Alright, so he deconstructed the well, which was not what I wanted, but it's good enough. We definitely need a smoker. Need to get that up too. Oh yeah, shelves. Sorry. Get some shelves up first. This will help us with our stores for long-term food production. Perfect. Yeah, we'll need to get some beeswax at some point. And then the well, it can go right over here. Structure can't be placed there. Okay. Ah, that explains that. Okay, so I have to figure out... Here we go. Might work. There we go. I had to find a spot that had support on both sides. Yeah, okay. That gives us the well. And we have the ability to quickly draw water. Sure, they could come... It's possible they just come right up to this and do it, but I think the well's going to be faster. That's neat. Yeah, we're going to have to bring in a water source into the town. Jobs are doing good. Domestication's going strong. We got the goat named Lord. Okay. We'll mess with that goat. Now, it takes forever, and it takes so many consecutive times of training to get someone fully up. That's why I have a dedicated person. We're going to go pop over to the research here, and we're going to start looking at some potential possibilities. Preserving food, and unlocking the stove. Pretty cool. Wooden weaponry. I think we need stone block cutting, for sure. We're going to get that. Probably get some limestone at some point. But primarily, like I said, we just need to make sure we're in a good position here. I need to get this. I need to get these goats out of here. This is another thing. So I need to get the goat outside. Once he's trained, he'll be able to come in and out. And I don't know how long it's going to be. It's a little bit of RNG, right? But we're going to want to trough, basically. I will put hay in, so we can take the hay from in here, put it over there for them. There we go. We're getting the storage up. They're still taking their time on a couple other things. It looks like we actually do need to cut down a little bit more wood. So we'll cut down this wood. I think we should start clearing this area out, because we're going to be building our castle over here. Oh yeah, we got so much clay over here. This is great. Yeah, making good progress already. Got both our trees planted. Got the apple and the quince. Got a ton of coal. That's great too. Got... ooh. That's all salt. Nice. Got salt, clay, got limestone. All the stuff we need. Okay. So we're going to smoke all the meat in the world that we get. Now we have a trough outside. And now we need to take this sheep outside. Used to be a way that you could actually do this. Yeah, prioritize roping the goat. So what we need to do is get a pen up, and then we can rope these goats. And the pen is actually a really good idea for us right now. So we're going to get up a small little area. Such. Get up a wicker gate on the front side. It also keeps them from wandering off. Okay. Get that going. And then we can rope that goat and get it out of here. And you need quite a bit of food per meal over there, so that's a little meh, right? Alright, look at that. We're getting close. We got a lot of logs over here. Brave is going ham, dude. He's a man. Oh yeah, look at that. Got some red berries over here. That's pretty good. Yeah, the basics of our defense are pretty well defined now. Got a few little spots to get. Brave now considers history a friend. The reason is one pleasant conversation. You hear that, Bravery? That's all it takes for you to be somebody's friend. One conversation. One pleasant conversation. Okay. So it is time to rope the goat. Brave is going to come over here. And interact with a sleeping animal. Bravery is too pleasant to wake a goat. Alright. A few of the beds are unable to be used. It looks like Brave and History are both sleeping in the... I mean, one conversation, Brave. You're already creeping me out, man. It's History teacher's bed. Brave is just like, nah, it's my bed too. A freak, dude. Oh my god, man. Okay. No pen that can house animals is available. Dude, we got the pen. Oh, yeah. We have to put the pen marker down. Sorry. There's a pen. There's this thing called the pen marker. Right over here. Pen marker. Get that built up. And then we can haul them in. Prioritize it. And it is actually kind of nice. One thing that you want to kind of think about doing, making it so that they aren't in the rain all the time, or they have a place, like a way to get out. So you can kind of come up over here and then take the thatch roof, for instance. So if we do this right, what you do is you get one wooden wall there. We would need to relocate this. Relocate it over here. And we'll get 2 tiles. We'll put stone and then we'll put a roof over it. Okay, so now we can rope the goat. They're making it really difficult for me to click on this roping the goat. Starts you off over here. Okay, we got the goat roped. Brave's gonna take that goat into the pen. Perfect. Yeah, he'll automatically rope it. You don't even have to tell him to do it. You just have to say, what do you want to bring over here? And so you can make pens for different types of animals. Pretty cool. Okay, so you can see here, we're gonna get 2 wooden walls. And then from there, we're gonna get a thatch roof. Now this is too big for the roof, so hold on a second. We need to take a part of... Oh, you're being a jerk to me. We need to rotate the yeah. Okay. We're gonna hold E. We're gonna go this way. Long way. Okay, cool. This will help them with the rain. They're making great progress. So we should probably start hauling all this. But basically, you keep them here until they're fully trained. That way, your guy doesn't have to run around the whole world looking for them. And then over here, we're gonna smoke meat for pretty much ever. So we can start going hunting here momentarily. Right now, we're pretty good. Fish can be smoked. All that stuff can be. We got a well. And that's cool. It's just a well. It's up now for us. We have the basics going on. All right, we're going to let them kind of get to work. Nice. Okay, so here's the deal. If we help, we'll have these events. We'll have a new settler who has 15 animal handling. Okay, but we're going to get attacked by an archer and 2 melee units. So let's take a peek. 15 animal handling, 9 construction, not a very good cook, intellectual capacity, not a lot, and their job preferentiation is botany and intellectual skills. So we would have ourselves another farmer. Now it looks like they align with us in our religion. I just let the religions be random, and we're gonna have to try to get everyone to be one religion. There's issues when you have multiple. We don't know what perks they're gonna have. We don't know if they're gonna be, you know, weird looking. Okay, we're gonna take them. Bongo Doug, you are next on the list, and there's nothing I can do about the fact that you were once a woman named Beatrix. That's between you and whoever you want to talk to about that. But yeah, you're next. You're next on the list. And we'll just forget it, okay? You're ruthless. You get plus 20% bargaining, and -3 speechcraft. You have a lot of negative social interactions, so you got that going for you. 40 winks. You sleep really well. That's awesome. Good sleep recovery. Sun Seeker. Comes alive when the sun is shining. I don't know if this speaks to you in any way, but that is who you are now. You got a star in intelligence, botany, animal handling, and speechcraft. All around, at this point, not a good character, but in the long run, having someone with high botany and high animal handling is going to be really beneficial for us, and intellect. So you can be a secondary research. You can also help out bravery with all of the farming. Bravery is no longer alone. Now you can see that the settler needs tending. So this is really important. It's something that will throw you off. Make sure that self-tend is on, and go to the jobs, and also make sure that convalesce is set to 1. Otherwise, they will like go back to work and they'll just bleed out to death, basically. So you want them to prioritize taking care of their wounds. So Bongo Doug is going to heal themselves and get to work. And this is great because we definitely need someone else doing all the work. Bongo Doug has made Bravery very happy now. Bravery is no longer alone. Alright, and now we also have someone to help out with the animal taming, but I should probably give preference to Bravery, because, like I said, there's failure chances. Alright, we got a good source of wood over here. I do have an emergency haul, but they're not doing crap. Ooh, we got some more stuff over here. Get some of these berries. The search party is going to be here in a day. We have most of the defenses up. We need to set this. So we have 1 archer. So the way that I view this is my enemies are primarily the archers. So 1 archer is what we need to take out. Now Bongo Doug has really no combat experience, anything. And we don't have any other... We have a sling. Let's give Bongo Doug a sling. Yeah, that will help out. Brave is making food. Yeah, I'm digging this. This is a good little setup. So it's telling us that our food reserves are low. We need to start stockpiling. We can get some herbs over there. Herbs are actually pretty darn good. Primarily, though, farming of the berries is literally the best thing that you can do early game. We do have things like fish over here too. So 50 fish, right? And we can go just, let's go for the ones that are easiest to get to. Got one right next to us here, and we got one over here. So that's a lot of food right there. We're just gonna go for that. Another reason why I like this. Now, what's really cool is if you create your own lakes, every winter, after winter, the fish regenerate. So you can create an artificial lake, and then within a year, it will populate with fish. Pretty dope. All right, history teacher now is an intellect of 22. And yeah, so they can fish from quite a range, so these guys are even good too. Kind of cool is like later on you can build like a little dock and stuff like that. We'll have our castle here, but it'll back up into this lake, and we can actually build out into the lake. So we'll have our entry path here, and as we need room, we can always expand it. Yeah, pretty dope. We're getting a good amount of food over here. We do have a vast amount of research potential here. Let's take a gander. Terraforming is an absolute must. Alright, we only need really one person fishing. I'm gonna disable it. Oh wow, they'll just double up together. Cool, he's going back to work. Yeah, we do have some dung issues. I'm sure we can use it to fertilize these crops though. Okay, and as we expand, we're gonna continue. Get some blackberries. Oh, we got bramble. Yeah, we got the brambles now too. Let's do a thing of brambles. Do 2 things of brambles there. We already got the blackthorns. Do another thing of the main shrubs. I'm gonna double it up on this side for now. There we go. I went a little crazy over there, but that's fine. I think that will do it. Yeah, this should be enough. Get some more blackthorns. Now we'll have some bad times. We always do. But we should be able to feed everyone with just those berries. Also not a bad thing for trade if you're into that. Let's get the clay. I'm gonna priority haul the clay over here. Okay, cool. We have a source of heat right here. We have 352 sticks, 239 wood. Wood is kind of like all you have in the very beginning of the game. We'll have a well in the background. So realistically, we're gonna have a castle. We're gonna want a tower. We're gonna want limestone. Get a stonemason's bench outside. Eventually we'll get into rooms and the benefits that those give. I think part of me wants to do everything out of wood and just, you know, get the big area done with, because we got a lot of work to do. So we need to cut down everything over here. Clean cut it. Clear cut it. I'll get some farming area. Alright, the enemy has come. So the negotiator will come out here. You can negotiate. You can go over there and negotiate with them. I don't negotiate anyone who looks like that, though. Screw that guy. So you can, like, try to buy them off. I personally want them to attack because I want their stuff. I want their weapons. If they have a good bow, if they have good armor or sword, we can take it. And we can take them. It's 3 of them versus us. They only have 1 ranged person, so we'll take them out first. It'll be a good day for us. I call it free stuff day when the enemy attacks usually, so we're going to be in good shape. Alright, we're making good progress. Okay, cool. We got this whole area cleared out now. So eventually, we'll get some hard bricks. You know, clay is something we have a lot of, but we need to start digging. So we're going to create kind of like a mine area over here. So let's see how I want to do this. We're going to have a central staircase out of all this. We'll have them go. So we're going to start on our mine. We're going to go underground. We're going to start getting the rooms out for crafting and stuff. And what I might do is change some concepts. But primarily they're going to be working over here. We'll be fighting over here. It'll be a good day for all. Yeah, so we got a little bit of dirt here. Alright, we're going to pause. We're going to put a staircase in here. Alright. And then what they're going to do is they're going to go over. So we'll need to cut this part out right here next, and then we can put a staircase going down. Now you actually don't have to go down too much. We're going to be using ice as our main way to keep all our goods frozen, essentially. It used to be you could go down to like 3 or 4 levels and like hit a perfect temperature, but they changed all that. So I don't even bother with it. The less staircases, the better in some regards. But we're going to keep everything kind of neat and tidy. But we can get this going. Get the staircase up. But if you do this, you want to build everything exactly the way that you want it. At a minimum, we're going to need bricks, right? Now we do have the capacity for limestone. Wooden weaponry next. All right, clay brick making. So this is where we have to decide. What material do we think we have the most of? Right now, I'm leaning towards kind of like nothing, right? We don't have a whole lot of nothing. We have a lot of clay, and you can kind of mix and match, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think in the early stages of the game, going for clay makes a whole lot of sense. It's just really, really easy to do. And it's just as strong as the limestone. So let's get this out. Get a bit of clay going here. Okay, we're going to build the island out. I think this is perfect. And this is the game, basically. Building up, defending yourself. Negotiator's going to be here for another 9 hours, so we're just going to sleep it off. And Bongo Doug is going to go to town. Still have not trained them enough to get hauling. Like I said, it can take a bit. There are a few other factors. You need, like I said, you need to make sure that you're consistently getting tame attempts as successful in a row. And we gave him the food. Okay. So this one's at 51%. This one, oh, that was its poop. Sorry, 44% and 52%. There we go. We're getting actually pretty close. That's good. If you have terrible taming and you fail and fail and fail, it can take eons. Eons. All right. Yeah, we got everybody at it now. Pretty good, actually. Our food reserves are not very good right now. So we need to start going out and getting as much food as possible. I will probably tell them to go do a bit of fishing. I think we're at that point where we don't need too much more education. But we do need to get up our clay maker. One thing I actually like about clay is they just have to load it, walk away. That is a huge advantage. All right, let's get the clay up. Okay. So now that we have this little staircase area, what we're going to do down here, bust out these 3, and then we're good. We're down 2 tiles, and then we can build underground, start another. We'll probably have at least 2 stories underground. This is what I like to do. So you build your castle on top, you go underground, all your crafting, all your storage is underground, and then you can build something pretty cool. Now we should get them some leisure activities. Right now it's just kind of worshipping whatever god they have. They're actually all mostly one. History teacher has no preference. Okay. Okay, so they're mostly all to the Oak Brethren. We're gonna focus. We don't want to. We're gonna just have Oak Brethren religion. Okay, so they're coming. We're gonna have just the Oak Brethren religion though. I'll put it in here. And we need to get. Oh, this is a hoop game. A hoop game. Okay, we'll get that right here. Now, what we're gonna do is get everybody into the castle. All the arms. Draft everyone up top. This is where the magic happens. And a lot of them want booze. They're really pissed they don't have it. So Bongo Dog, Ender, all of them like this. Now, Bravery, he is a melee fighter. He's going to sit at the only entry path, which is actually at the top of the stairs, but we're going to set him here for now. They can kind of run through some of this stuff. So our enemy is approaching in 2 hours, 29 minutes. My bad. Well, we do have some... let's get some more furniture. Eventually we'll need to get into tailoring. Their clothing will start getting pretty gross. Alright, here's the incursion. So we got this shirtless dude with a bow, which is something you don't want to see, and a helmet on. Something straight out of your nightmare. Basically my paralysis demon right there. And we, ooh, they got some good stuff. Look at these helms. Those are full plate helms. I like everything they have on them. Now, another thing is we can capture them too. And you can trade captives. Sometimes you get favor. You can execute them. So we'll at a certain point we'll need a prisoner's dungeon. And so we got a lot of plans, okay? We got a lot of good things planned. So stick around. It's gonna get, I know right now it's kind of like, okay, he's digging a hole, right? I'm gonna put people in the hole. So yeah, we could actually like put the prison over here. And you can actually force them into manual labor, so we can have them help us dig out the clay to build the castle. No joke. But right now, for now, we're just gonna kill all of them. I want their stuff. I want their hats. I want their clothing. So they're gonna come from this side. Now, like I said, I structured it so that the only way in is through this door. They might try to climb up with ladders at some point, but I'm gonna give it a second. So they're pathing away. They're traipsing around. I don't like some traipsing. So, because they're traipsing, let's get our men ready to pepper the heck out of them. Got our archers over here now. Okay, this is what's important. Yeah, they are going to try to break in through the back. Okay, they're getting a little smarter. This guy over here, who has the ranged weapon, needs to go first. So we're going to sit above and shoot down. Okay, nice. Look at those shots. We got him. Now that he's out, they have no way to do anything. Okay, we've won. We've taken 2 of them out with no problems. This guy is going to get shot. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's get Bongo Doug and them on the... He tries to run. I'm going to keep shooting at him. My other guy. Come on, guys. Yeah, Bongo Doug. Bongo Doug for the win. All right, let's move him in closer. Get a shot. That sling was awesome. It stunned him. Nice. There you go. History teacher totally clutched that. So now we got all this cool stuff. We also have another problem. Bodies. So we're gonna strip all of them of their possessions. Probably get some better weapons. Come over here and make sure that it is burning forever. So they're gonna get really sad now. They get really sad when they see these bodies, okay? So let's, yeah, everybody get to business. But what do they have on them? Big face helmet, short bow. That's cool. I might keep the sling because it was doing a great Bardiche, a great helm, and flimsy condition. But I can give that to Bravery, our melee person. No. Oh no, the wolves are eating the body. Just leave me the weapons. Davison, great helm, a sturdy great helm, 81 of 247 HP, a buckler, and a cudgel. Okay, nothing like too great, but you know, we don't have a lot of stuff. So this is big. Don't steal my moment from me, okay? This is a big deal for me. I know it's poor stuff, but this is how you build up your army. By looting the dead. Okay. It's a great day for all. So, it's present day, everybody. You get a great helm. Bongo Doug, you get a new sturdy. It's flimsy. Okay, you get a flimsy Gabetson. No one cares about that club. We'll sell it to a trader. Now the pig face helmet. That has history teacher's name all over it. We gotta strip him down first. So I'm gonna have history come out here. Take it all down. Okay, so the pig face helmet, 4.2 per 6. An armor rating of fire intensification 100%. Love it. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Winter clothes. We don't want it. Short bow. Flimsy. Nobody wants it. Let's strip this individual. Okay, what do we got over here? Another great helm. I don't really want it for anybody. The Great Helm has issues. Bongo Doug, I'm gonna give it to you. Okay. There we go. Now Bongo Doug is Bongo cool. And I'll let the wolves do their thing. I don't care. I mean, you know, it's the circle of life. They're helping. They're helping in their own way. Beautiful. Okay. Ooh, we got baby goats. Baby goats. I don't know why I'm so excited about that, but I am. And we're going to tame them as well. Perfect. Now we should probably get a little bit of hay for the winter. We need to be able to feed these goats. And there's some barley, and you know, we could probably make some hooch. Food reserves are pretty low. I think that's a good call for fishing then. Food. We're making great progress over here. So we are going to need a staircase down into the zone. So we'll put a staircase right there. We're getting a good amount of clay. And now we can make coal, dung brick. Dung and hay makes dung. What? We can make buildings out of dung. I'm tempted beyond belief. So we're gonna need ash and charcoal until, let's say, 200, and we're gonna need that to make clay. That's cool. Make the wood and everything. I like that. Now we unfortunately need to burn these things, so prioritize no empty burial spots. Now we're burning them. We can burn up to like 11 at a time, it looks like. They'll get to it when they feel like it, I suppose. Bongo Doug is fishing. No one designated for this corpse type. Burn body. 10 fuel. Alright, so we don't have... Let's see what its definition of fuel is. Fuel is dung... Oh, dung brick is a fuel. That's pretty cool. Okay, I don't want to use coal for this, ever. I don't want to use wood. Let's just use the sticks and dung brick. And we'll burn pretty much anybody. Alright, even the cat... Oh no, that's another wolf. Yeah, it's a polecat. Polecats are good eatings. Alright, I'm gonna... having an issue. I'm gonna haul him to storage. Okay. No enemy bear... Being weird, man. Okay. So we have the capacity for carpentry and a few things. Now, I'm going to put this stuff outside. I know that's bad, but for now, it's just where it's going. We're working on the Grand Hall over here. Now, one way that I used to deal with dead bodies is I would haul them and let the... Like, I'd haul them to an open area that was shielded from sight, but had openings for the wolves to get in to eat them. That way I didn't have to waste my time with any of this. So this is what you do. You go into your default stockpile and you say no carcass, okay? No carcass, right? Then you make a new stockpile and you put it in a place that you're never gonna go. Like far enough away, but close enough that you don't have to think about it. We're over here all the time. I don't think I'll... Berries over here, so I'll definitely be over there. Okay, so we have wood. And we have limestone there. Alright, over here. This is a good spot. So we're going to create a new default. And we're going to do a priority very high. Clear all. And all the carcasses go here. All the human carcasses. So we do one animal carcass. And that's our people, anybody's people. Yeah, so we do want animal carcass in here. Alright, so now we have a little section area. And what you do is you just make it so if people are walking by, they can't see it. But then the wolves will come and they'll eat it. Or it'll just, you know, sit out in the waste. Now, we should be able to burn this stuff, but it's being weird. Saying that no one has that authority. I'm going to put it down. Okay. Now we can make spears, we can make wooden mechanical components, cudgel, and we can dismantle things. I said anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. Oh, they don't have probably enough Maybe it's they don't have enough medicine skill to do it. Okay. Interesting. That would make a whole lot of sense. You gotta be really, really good at burning bodies. Or we have to designate somebody. So this says anyone. I'm gonna say Bongo Doug. Bongo Doug, you are Burn Man. Yep. No enemy barrel spot, no one designated. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, having the corpse of your enemy in your living area is probably not a good thing. So we're going to prioritize hauling him all the way over here to the set it and forget it corner. Like I said, it works. Brave is going to help out hauling that one. You just want to get him out of the way as fast as possible. Ender, you can help with this guy. And we'll do priority hauling on all these weapons because they're just sitting and degrading outside. Okay, I'm feeling good about our situation now. Okay, so this is what we're going to have. Do until you have 100, until you have 200. Got a little bit more. Entertainment 1. We can get Skittles. Alright, taste the rainbow. Roll a heavy leather ball. I'm into that. I don't know why, but I am. Tailoring would probably be good. Yeah, let's unlock with the Skittles. Taste that rainbow. Skittles. Okay. This looks like an outdoor thing. We're going to put it over here. And they're making good progress. Alright, look at that. A lot of berries. We do have good storage right here, as you can see. Got rancid fish, it looks like. Trout. Oh no, there's just normal trout. Dang, already 25, an intellectual skill history teacher. Over here we can make limestone brick. And a stonemason station. Ah. Now we wanted a bowyer's table. Alright, we're gonna get up a bowyer's table. I got 2 stonemason stations. You see, our production speed is capped at 80% because we're outside. So we need to get them inside at some point. This is fine being outside because the 100... When you get them in their rooms, I think you get like up to like a 20% increase. It's not crazy, but it's pretty cool. Sometimes it's lower. There we go. We have the charcoal coming. I say we probably boot the charcoal down to like 100. There we go. And we'll start to get so many freaking sticks that anybody can do it. We have like 801 sticks. Eventually I just start putting the sticks outside to degrade. There we go. Nice. Even more food too. Okay. So yeah, between all the food sources we have... Oh my god. That is so much. Look at all that bramble. I'm holding on hope that we can get one of these guys with haul here soon. Get the tailor. Right now we just need to desperately get back to mining. Alright, got the clay. So we have enough clay over here. 179. I'm going to prioritize all of that. And so now our main goal is getting our first storage area done and getting some crafting halls and probably moving. What I'd like to do is take this concept we have here, right, and create our inner keep right now out of the clay that we can defend from. And then we can just continue to push underground for our main base. And then all this can just honestly become outside storage. Now you can see, as I talked about earlier, the trees, as long as you have green around them and can't have, you know, charcoal or iron. That's an oak tree though. So we got 1 quince and we got 1 extra apple. That's pretty cool. So you can actually get quite a bit off these guys. Eventually they'll start yielding massive amounts of apples and quince. That's going to give us a lot of food right there. Alright, Brave Gaming is at 22 now. Beautiful. So you can see now that we have our next slot down. We're in business. So we don't have enough wood, it's saying. Chop down some wood over here. That doesn't make any sense. We have oodles of wood, but we don't. Okay, got ourselves another person. So we can take them without risk of anything. They have 12 mining. That's all I needed to hear. They have 10 smithing. We need a smith. They have 10 art. We have no one with artistic capabilities. The religion I'm going for, which is the Oak Brethren. This is a no-brainer. So we're going to take them. And the next person... Oh, we got to save them. Well... And the next person on the list is Eerie V23. Thank you for supporting the channel. Appreciate it as always. Melee combat, smithing, barter. We don't really need more melee people, but... Ooh, their background is a gravedigger. That's how they got that 12. Alright. Well, let's go save this person. Ender. We should actually send the strongest, fastest person we have. I think that's Ender. So we're going to go get them. Treat their wounds. We're going to pop down into our location. Eventually everyone's going to have their own room. And get 2 sleeping spots up. Okay, we need to go get this person. It looks like Bravery is going to have to do it. Carry the settler to an empty bed. And then we're going to get anybody in the world. Build one of the beds. There we go. History teacher can do it. Perfect. So now we got the bed for them. Bongo Doug is getting botany skills up. Eventually we need to start focusing on training everybody in combat. Yeah, we need so much more storage. And once we get this up down here, okay. So this is where things start to shine, right? So now we are gonna go underground, and they don't dig, as far as I know. So you can kind of go crazy here. Then what I like to do for storage is this. So 1 tile in, 3 tiles, so you can put stuff on either side. Down the center, you put ice. By 10, okay? By 10. So we dug down over there. We need to be careful. We'll do a room like that. This, oh, geez Louise. This is going to be our storage area. And another 3x10. And a 3x5. Just like that. So they have a lot of work ahead of them, okay? And this is all going to be storage. And they'll be connected in the middle sections here. And then the crafting and everything else is going to come off to the side. Like that. And we can section these off into rooms. And these will be 4 tiles wide. Okay, and nothing should collapse. That's the goal, right? Alright, there we go. So now we have ourselves a mighty project down under. And you just have to let them kind of get to it. So let's come over and start poking around. Eerie is good at smithing and a handful of things. Of course, all the basics, get everything to 1. Now, as far as their ability to combat, it's like melee with a hatchet. Self-tend on. I think we're gonna try to change that. Yeah, I'm gonna change all these guys range. They take the best range weapon. Brave, I'm gonna manually handle because I want to make sure he doesn't pick up a weapon I don't want him to have. Okay, Bongo Doug and History are friends. History and Bongo Doug are now friends. Okay, perfect. Oh crap. Literally. What am I supposed to do with that? Haul it somewhere. Yeah, they're sleeping in there too, so that's bad. Now, where they sleep, you can have them sleep underground. It's not a bad way to do it. I kind of feel like I want to have a central tower around this. Like, it's not going to be just an entryway that I'm building. It's going to be the middle ground of the fort. Also, it's going to be where the armaments are, where they sleep, where they eat. So let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, look at that. We got that going on. So, the clay action there. I feel like we're okay over here. We just need to continue to haul all this clay away. And if we come over to the pit, you can see that they've turned to skeletons. So it worked. All right. Yeah, and we're going to need some kind of thing to do here. Got dirt piles. But this is where they're going to have to go ham. So history is over there instead of reading. And I'm actually okay with that because I really need his help. Let's cut down this maple tree right in front of us. It's got 50 wood. And let's do a priority haul on this. And eventually we're going to get these goats going. Alright. These goats are going to be the real winners. Alright. 79% and 87%. That's good. There we go. Bongo Doug. Got some wood now. Got everybody at work. It is actually really good getting Geary. Right now they're healing, convalescing. So once they're up and running, we'll have another person mining. So we can make short bows and we can make slings right now. Nothing fancy, right? Dude, we got gooseberries too? How many freaking berries do we got in this game now? Okay, so we got blackthorn, bramble, red. Alright, we gotta come out here and get them gooseberries. Freaking nuts, man. I'm gonna get these goose now. We're gonna have all the berries. Okay, here we go. Berry time. And down here, making good progress. So right off the bat, and we already know this. Default stockpile here. All we're gonna turn off, quite honestly, is no human corpses. And now you can copy and paste this. So we're just going to expand it. Now, we desperately need more room for everything. What's cool is down here, and we're gonna need more wood for this. We can stack shelves. Okay, that's what I like to do. Right now we're doing okay though. We got a defensive point. We got everything going on for us. Oh, it's bowling. Skittles is bowling. That's cool. Let's look at research. So we're definitely going to have to get library structures 1. Research 2. Let's get research 2 up. Yeah, we're running out of room up here. Alright, we need to get a research table up in here. There we go. And we're going to need a lot of wood. So wood is actually starting to become a problem. Put that down. The next thing I think we're going to do is birch trees. So let's get a few rows of birches. That way we always have something to cut down in the future. This is pretty good though. I'm feeling confident about our future. And all the berry types. We definitely need to prioritize that haul. And we're getting close. Okay. How much clay brick wall do I have? +5. So this is going to be the entryway. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. You have a door right there, right? We can't afford any other kind of door. So this is the beginning. This is all we're going to do is get this sectioned off real quick. Clay brick flooring. Top. Alright, hailstorm. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, we're running out of clay. Kind of crazy about the clay is you need a lot of ash. So we might need a little bit more charcoal to get that ash. Or we need to start making ash from everything else. You'll naturally have quite a bit of it. Alright. We're actually going to have too much food, too, out of what we have over here. That's the funny thing. There's going to be a lot of food. Need more trees. Okay. Fortunately, we can't make more charcoal. We can't do XYZ. We need more fishies. Go hunt. We have a lot of wolves that can become a problem. They will attack you if you piss them off eventually. So don't piss them off. Oh man, we are so close over here too. 80% and 85%. Failed. Brave failed training temp. Wow. Bongo Doug's speechcraft is now 1 level higher. Nice. Okay. It looks like our product is stalling. Okay, history teacher is back at it. Bring it higher. We're making good progress over here. Good progress down there too. Have to let him keep at it. We have 711 clay right now, which is crazy. We have 98 coal. I think we're actually in good shape. Yeah, let's bring that back down to 100 coal. We're doing fine. Got a lot of oak saplings. Some of our seeds still. We can go to cabbage. I always wait till after the first winter and then I kind of go into those things. I actually never really have too many issues. We do need vegetables though to make some of the higher class meals, like the simple meal. If you come in and look at it, actually, you'll see primary cooking ingredient is just this stuff here. So that's good. I'm sorry, I was talking about animal feed. We want to make high-grade animal feed. We need veggies. So we're kind of good until we get into more complex dishes. And you kind of want to do that to keep them happy. Training attempt failed. Training attempt successful. 92%. One more training and I think we got ourselves a goat. Alright, we got some trees planted now. We got some good ones around us though. And we really should let them kind of grow because you can get 50 wood a pop if you do it right. Yeah, so get this guy. Yeah, he's 50. That 50. And let's check these guys out. We're not getting much fruit off of them yet, but they're getting there. That's an oak tree. Let's cut this down because it's in my way. I know it's only 15, but I wanted it out of there. Alright. Everybody else doing great. And the reason I'm doing clay is because they can set stuff on fire now. So, I want it to be strong. We got good underground storage for food. I just realized we need to get rid of this. Just relocate it over here. Oh. Okay. So everything is running as planned. Feeling pretty good about all this. Got a little bit more clay coming right now. Perfect. There we go. Get that door up. This is important because the wolves will come down in here and start eating all the food that we're storing. So you need to make sure you're sectioning off your zones. Or they'll start eating your food. Especially when your food reserves are low, you're going to feel real dumb. Don't be like me. Okay, we can do fermentation here. I'm not going to start it for a while, but it does help. Nice. Got a lot of good stuff out here. Nice. We can get these bushes again. Got some mushrooms down here. The fishies are going bye-bye. Let's get as many fish as possible. Oh, we did it. We got ourselves a goat. Now look at this. Haul. Bell the goat will haul. This is perfect. Now Belle is no longer an animal. It is a pet. And now you can see it is hauling. This is awesome. So anything I put as a priority haul, like that, Belle's gonna get to work, okay? Belle, get to work, Belle! Alright, well, Belle is obviously being a jerk. I guess it's on strike. On strike. I'm gonna call Belle Taco Bell now. If they don't get to work soon, that's what they're gonna be. There we go. Taco Bell is at it. Alright, we got some wood out here. There we go. They must have just been taking a break. Yeah, Taco Bell is getting to it now. So it's helping out. So it even brings resources down into the storage area. Nice, we got a cow. Yeah, they kind of work at their own pace. It's just one of the things. But it's really nice not having to do everything. Oh, nice, we got some clay over here. Let's haul that. Emergency hauling. Yeah, so you can see they move faster than the people as well in some circumstances. They can also carry quite a bit. But we're doing a good job. Eventually we're gonna have our crafting buildings ready over here. Priority hauling this stuff over here. Nice. Yeah. Taco Bell's getting all the clay from over here. And I'll have another goat here in a moment. And what's cool is they only take... Oh, I have both of them now. Yes. Got 2 of them hauling. That is so cool. Now we have 2 of them hauling. And they'll, you know, just eat hay. It's pretty crazy. Super cheap. Now we'll wait. They'll wait until these things are absolutely full to harvest. And this is where you start getting an insane amount of food. You actually get to a point where you can't even consume all of it. So we'll have to start turning some of it into alcohol. There we go. We'll have our fleet of goats here in no time. All right, 820 clay and 23 brick. So the goal here is that we should have enough ash to do everything we need to do. Yeah, we got 30 ash pile over there. So we're making ash out of here too, smoking the meats. That's another good thing about the fishing. So the fishing is actually helping us with the clay because it's creating the ash that we need to produce it. So we'll keep it turning in all the pike to dried fish food. We could start making this dung brick because that doesn't take the wood. So we need 30 wood, right? Dung brick actually makes a whole lot of sense. Let's make some of that too. Forever. Let's do it until we have like 20, which is probably like you make 50 at a time. I'm actually going to put it above coal. If they can't make that, then they'll make the coal. That does tell me, though, that the biggest thing we're going to need right now is an insane amount of wood. So, priority haul on the wood. And we're already kind of clear-cutting the forest. This is where it gets dangerous. And what we need to do then, come over here and start potentially planting oak trees. There we go. We'll do a couple lines of oak. And what I think we're going to do is have this be the defensive area with buildings and such, and then we'll have all the farming and things outside of the castle. Got a little bit more research, just like basic decorations. Okay, so we got the big boy over here too, and he needs to be booted up, not to 100, like to 41 for now. Nice, got the bongo dogs out here planting trees. Nice. A dung brick. Also got clay brick tile. So, question is, here we go with, we need more mining people. Like, we need probably like 2 or 3 more people. You can see there's still a little bit of clay that we need to. All right, and once they get that up. Okay. So we're also gonna need a staircase up into this area. So we have a staircase down, we need a staircase up. So that means we need a fortified position here. Coming into this spot down here. This, okay? We'll get a doorway right there. Now it'll allow us to get up into the secondary areas. There we go. Now they can reach the top. Yeah, so it's a slow process when you're building an ultimate castle, you know? Gotta have your little peasant society area. And right now we can defend ourselves against pretty much anything. So this gentleman here, I'm gonna have Bongo Dog go talk. They don't probably have too many things that I want. They got more apple seeds. And we're gonna buy all those, because apples are amazing. Ooh, Blooms of Battle. That's cool. Number of this resource. Expensive. Got gold coin. They have a donkey. I want the donkey, okay? Donkey has one of the best carry capacities of anything, so we want to domesticate that donkey. Now, what are we going to trade? Books. Okay, we're going to trade 37 books. Oh, they have clay tiles. I want other clay tiles. We got 80. Okay, so we got to get more books. And it's going to take us a long time to remake those books, but that's okay. All right. This is a good deal from us. We're going to get a donkey, 80 clay bricks, and some apple seeds. So first and foremost, let's go plant them apple trees. And we're going to plant them like this. Here. This is the wrong ground type. I'll just plant them in a weird way. Okay, that's good. There better not be any more berries, man. I already got 4 types. Alright, and now we have a donkey. Unnamed donkey. We're gonna call the donkey Donkey. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Alright, we're gonna leave this open so we can shoot down into it. And we're gonna do, I think what we're gonna do is a basic keep, okay? And what that means is that we're gonna have fortified structures that can't be burnt down, but the walls are gonna be made out of wood, because it's gonna take me an absolute ton of time. Probably like 20 hours to do this proper. And I wanted to show you guys a little bit more progress. Like right now, we don't need to go much past what we have down here. This is really good. Okay, but we need to get some kind of defenses up. So we have our primary structure here. So what we realistically need is, since they can kind of beat in from any location, as we saw, they can break down walls and gates and all that jazz, is we need to make sure that we're building in a way that we're not going to screw everything up. Everything is down there. Oof. Okay. So what I want to do is keep everything as tight around this as possible. So this is what we got. So we're going to do a little bit of design in here, all right? Okay, there's a way we can have no walls. There's a smarter way to do this. We're going to have another layer here. And then we're going to have a 3-layer kind of like kill zone around everything in the inside. So if they get on the inside, we have 3 tiles, right? Now this is where things get tricky. We're going to get it all up. 3 down. Because we're going to want corner towers. And we're going to want a moat. I know you want a moat. Gotta have a moat. Okay. So we got 3 tiles on all sides. Now, eventually we will have the money for the bigger doors, but for now we're just going to have to use 2 normal-sized doors. 3 normal-sized doors, I should say. And we're going to have to keep chugging along. And what we're going to want are corner towers. Okay? So this is kind of like a walkway. So the corner tower is going to be 4 tiles like that. Right? 4 tiles like that. Make it 5 tiles, actually. Cool. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. With the 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4. This being the 5th, okay? And we're gonna pull that out all the way. That. It's gonna be big. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing all the way across. So right here was the 4, right? So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 on the tip. And we're gonna go out 3 times. So that gives us this. Same thing here. We got these little kill boxes. If they try to go to the weak point of the wall, we'll be able to shoot in at them. Alright, then we're gonna get this side too. I actually went a little too thick on this side. I can see it now. Cancel all this. Okay, there we go. That's looking a little bit better. Yeah, I messed up royally over there. That's cool. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3. Oh man, that's like perfect. It's like perfect. It just hits the waterway. Okay, so this is what we're dealing with. All right. This well will need to be moved to another location. It can be moved over here, actually. Here we go. Do it right there. All right. And then what needs to happen is every single thing here. At first, I was thinking, you know, I was going to do it one way. And now I'm realizing I'm going to do it a whole different way. Now we need to dig out this whole top part. Alright. So we gotta be kind of careful here. I probably should have gone down one more level, but that's alright. We're gonna dig out the whole backside. And I'm actually kind of realizing we should double layer this. Okay. Make it a little thicker. Also, we need a walkway. So yeah, this is actually going to be... This actually is going to be a pretty tight area. There we go. There's going to have multiple defensive points. Kill zone inside. Okay, so the problem here is, because of the way I dug this, if it's going to flood the basement if I go... Oh. So, we got to be a little smart here. And we're going to go around it. We're going to go right around all of it. Okay. This. I'm actually going to cancel some of this stuff. Got Taco Bell running around. Okay. We're going to cancel that. Crap, 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 crap. Got this wrong by one tile. Okay. Gotta be a little careful there. That's alright. We can fill it. We can fill it back in. There we go. Yeah, you can see down. Actually, maybe we were right there. But I don't want to chance it, right? Oh, the earth back in. There we go. What's actually kind of cool is we have our farm fields now, if you look at it. And we got hostile animals coming in. I think what we're going to do is this. I actually like this because we have our little outside farming area now. And we have a moat. This is cool. Oh no. Okay, we got 2 dogs. Everybody together. We do need to be a little careful. So these guys will mess you up. Now we're not going out anywhere, so we just need to be kind of mindful we don't go outside. Okay, and what we're gonna do actually is have this area open right here. Alright, so it's exactly 12 tiles out the corner. Yep, 12 the corner. We're gonna do 12 over here from the corner. That is 12 from the corner. So this is what we want. That's alright. We'll just fill in the gaps for now. I do want to have a little bit of symmetry here. Beautiful. Okay. Look at that. This worked out perfect. We'll have water up to the backside like that. Everything will be great. And we're going to get up a staircase for now, just up here. But eventually I'm going to change it so that this is the only way up, and we'll have little drawbridges across. Gotta be really careful about them dogs out there, though. Okay, so now we just kind of have to get our act together. Get all the materials. There's still a lot to do. A lot to do. So, it might actually be a good idea to duplicate this. And we're going to need a lot of trees. So we need to cut down more. And because of that, we probably should start planting a bit more. Preparing for the future. Let's see what we got. We don't have any birch. We got some maples. Put down some maple seeds right there. Oaks. Looks like we have a few more oaks left. Got some more berries over here. Scots pine. We're going to take some of that Scots pine. Yeah, we're doing pretty decent. And we're going to have a lot of food right here. We still can forage absurd amounts of food from the environment. There's mushrooms. We're just going to go a little crazy right now. It is still summer. We have plenty of time to prepare. We should definitely try to get some ice going this winter. Try to get our storage. Taco Bell is hard at work down there. Now we do have some angry dogs. I think what we should do is go out there and take care of this problem before they get too close. Because what's going to happen is they're going to start inching their way close to us, right? And someone's going to get their leg bit off. It's going to be like a whole thing. I'm going to freak out. You're going to freak out. It's not going to be good for any of us. So let's go take care of that. Okay, we have 2 so far. So down in the south over here, we got 1. All right. Oh, they're leaving. What do you know? Problem solved itself for once. Okay, well, screw it. Forget it. Back to work. Oh, man. They're breeding. Hey, we got the donkey. Oh, yeah, it's a donkey. I thought the goat. I was like, I forgot about that donkey. So what you do in this situation here is you have opposing staircases like this. So they come up this way, and then they go around the other way. So we're going to do it like that. And that will be our tower. We're getting the moat kind of dug out around everywhere. Ooh. Okay, it's gonna flood underneath us. That's okay if it floods underneath. The brick will hold. Looks kind of cool too. Brave Gaming got 25 culinary skill. Moving on up in the world. Okay, let's get rid of this maple tree because it's blocking my view. Oh, that sucks. Okay, we're gonna copy. Well, we already copied. So I want this info here. That kind of sucks. I thought copying would do something for us there. All right. We'll do that. And till you have, let's say, 230. For coal, 224 coal. There we go. Yeah, we should definitely set some limits. Now we do have the coolest flame dung brick fuel system ever. Ender's hard at work over there. Oh, we got a new person, and we don't have to worry about anyone attacking us. 26 art, 14 construction. They're heavily into construction, heavily into art. Oh man, I don't like them. I don't like them. I'm gonna say no. I'm sorry, guys. I know I need to take in more people, but we really don't need an artist right now. We're preparing for war. Like, the last thing I need to be distracted by is like someone trying to like ask for painting supplies. Okay, this is not the time for that. Okay, so we're gonna funnel them through over here. We got the moat up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you take your liberal arts degree somewhere else, random stranger. I have nothing against liberal arts degree. That's pretty mean. But it's the truth. I mean, it's not going to do much for you if you go out in a time machine and go back in time. Like, you're going to need some combat skills. That's another thing we need to get into as soon as possible is getting the combat training. So, ooh, yeah, beekeeping. Get that wax. Better infirmary beds would be nice. Get some rugs. $1 lantern. And down here are crossbows and even a staff sling. That's pretty cool, actually. And javelins. Ooh, javelins. I want javs. Bongo Doug has a level 13 botany skill. Congratulations, Bongo Doug. Your reward for learning is to work harder. Here we go. Combat training equipment. This is what I want. It's all the way down here. So we're going to actually have to go down defensive structures in order to get into this. Okay. So we need more educated people. We need someone besides history teacher doing the work over here. And we're going to need these secondary books for that. So let's go to the Manage tab, Schedule, Job tab. All right, here we go. Now we do have several people who would be great for this. Bongo Doug. I think we're going to make you a researcher. Yeah. Instead of playing the drums, you will write books, which is every musician's dream. To, do manual labor. There you go, Bongo Doug. Once again, your hard work paid off. From farmer to dude who just copies books for a living in a small 5x5 room. Actually, I think each of these cells is 3 feet, so that's actually like 15 by 15 feet for us Americans, or 5x5 yards, or meters. Yeah, words, measurements. I don't know how many. I think that's like 0.18 corpse pits. There we go. That's something you can all understand. All right, we're getting the trench out. This is great. We should get all of this as well. We should also get this whole top area. I don't want them standing on anything around us. This is looking great. So going underneath, you can see we're starting to get some area. So this is cool. So we have to start thinking about rooms. Okay, so this is room overlay. And what's cool about the room overlay is it does actually tell you what you need. So a kitchen needs a stove, 2 wall pottery shelves, and 1 butchering table. And this will give a production bonus. Now, any workshop just needs 2 wall tool shelves. And it just can't have shrines. All right? So, what I'm actually going to do, because I hate moving all of the production buildings, quite honestly, it is just such a pain. I do believe we have more storage down here than we do in any other area. So, 2 important things. Don't use wooden windows as doors. And the second most important thing is put up doorways, create the room. And what we're going to do here is create our first crafting station. So, we want a bowyer's table. Did I say want? We need a bowyer's table. We want a woodworking bench. We don't need it. A stonemason's bench. I'll place that over here. In the small part, a sewing station. I'll place that here. Those are all the crafting buildings that we have right now. And so we got wall bookshelves here. That will be the big library room at some point. And all we need now are wall tool shelves. So we're going to have to get in on all this awesomeness up here. I think what we're going to need is the decorations. It's a wood chest. Wood chests are actually pretty cool. Yeah, decorative structures. There's our wall tool shelf. So we need 20 books. And we sold a lot of books, so we got to catch up there. And it looks like we need a lot of different resources. Oh, we'll start cutting down trees. We got a lot of sticks. We're actually not going to haul any of these sticks because we have an ungodly amount of sticks. 800, so I'm going to disallow hauling those. The merchant is here. We still have 450 clay. Come down yonder. So we don't have to move our production over here yet. We're just, getting it ready. And we're going to expand this zone for storage. So, there we go. Feeling good about that. That area, get this area. Now remember, this whole area here is going to be storage. Well, 2 areas. With our production in the back. Makes it easier for them to bring things in. And then they'll just take what they need for production from storage. And look at that. Ooh, why did we do that? Why, sir? Why, sir, did you do that? Okay, we desperately need to fill this. We do not want to... We're like... The biggest threat here is that I flood the entire lower area, so... Gotta be a little careful about that. That would be bad. That would be bad. And we're going to move the farming over here at some point. Farming's going to take place outside. And down in here, we're going to have things... I don't know, we could... There are certain things we can do to make this a little cool for us. One is we could create little islands. So I'm actually thinking... I do it sometimes, thinking. It's a pleasant experience. This little back area here, kind of neat. Yeah, kind of neat. I'm thinking we keep it. And we have a drawbridge over here, and we have, like, cool little stuff. Like, there's some outside stuff that we need, right? So, let's leave a little island for the outside stuff. And I want it to be uniform. It'll be its own little area. Yeah, it's perfect. It'll be in between everything. Okay, let's see what this person has. They do have more apple saplings. I feel good with where we are on the apple saplings. Now, typically I do buy seeds, but we're going to wait till the beginning of next year. Seeds do kind of rot away. Now, ooh, what's a Dameson? I don't know what this is, but I want it. They added so many cool things. I could sell the cat. We won't sell the cat. We do have an absurd amount of berries, though. Ooh, Taco Bell the cat. Or, sorry, the cat. The Taco Bell, the goat. It's worth a good chunk of change. We won't sell that one either. Ooh, walnuts. I think you can actually harvest these, too. Look at that. We have Wobble the goat. Storage amount 30. Let's sell the flimsy stuff. It's not worth a lot of money, but I just want to get rid of it. If 700 hay, why not? The only thing you have to watch is their storage value. Yeah, Let's trade some hay for some seeds. This is a vibrant economy we got going on. Beautiful. All right. Now, I like getting all the plants, man. Or the trees, I should say. Yeah, Dameson. What is this thing? Sow trees in rows rather than clumps to avoid stunted growth from overcrowding. Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to put the Dameson over here. And then we got the walnut tree. Yeah. And this one we'll keep next to the apples. Over there. There we go. Dude, the quince is going cray. We got apples. We got quince. We keep getting these darn trees blocking my view, so I'm going to cut them down. I think the birch trees over here and the scats pine. Oh, dude, there's some good trees over here. All right, we'll cut them down. We have more food than I know what to do with, but better to have more food than you know what to do with than to die. I always say, every day I wake up. That's my motto. Okay. So we got a good thing going on here. We just need the walls. Ooh, dude, we got some clay down here. Perfect. All right, so we don't have any room on this side. We could always expand this way. And we can actually always expand down into here, too. So that's cool. We got some extra expansion room. They all seem to be pretty happy right now. They're terrible conditions. Now, the main question is, how am I going to house these people? I thought about putting their rooms on the corners, kind of like a barracks type situation. Actually, you know what? This back island over here with the drawbridge, this is where, yeah, this is where you do all that stuff. That's the perfect idea. You basically just have this whole area here. All right, so this is how we're going to do that. And we can cancel that. We'll have a drawbridge type situation, and we'll just have this going out. They could also fish from it and all types of stuff. This will be the back fortified area. And they won't be able to really get people over into this. You're going to wall it off. It's going to be great. Okay, they're filling everything in. This is cool. Oh, shoot. I think Evie got stuck. Oh, no. She's just doing the Lord's work over there. We got to do something with all this dirt anyway, so... What I'm thinking is we have this back area be a little bit wider for the housing. There's going to be a wall system. Have it go out 2 tiles. Okay, yeah, like that. Cancel that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that gives them a big old task to do. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, we could go underground with their housing, but I want to make it outside. We'll make it part of the castle. Like, in theory, we could even... I do like the sectioning. Because this right here, I think this is going to be the barracks and everything. Our fortifications will remain here. Unless they start shooting us from back here. But there's a lot we could do. We could put the armor and weapons. They can run out of their rooms, get equipped. I like it. And then get up on the castle. Yeah, there's a lot of cool things we can do with this design. Oh, we got ourselves a dog. Train it. It looks like we have trained an animal. Oh, dang. We got the donkey and Wobble the goat. Look at that. 2 more people to help. The donkeys are amazing. Way better hauling. So we got a musician for a goat named Lord. Donkey the donkey. And Taco Bell now. And then one other person. I don't know where they are. They're not a person either. Okay. Ooh, look at that boar. Look at that big boy. I want him. Let's tame this boar, man. That thing looks awesome. I need a war boar. Yeah. Boar of war. Oh, I forgot all about the animals, man. Yeah, we need a spot for the animals, too. Okay. This design... I'm like, I'm going to do a really simple design in this video. And then I'm like, all right, go with me. Water world... but with a petting zoo. Perfect. There we go. That's what Waterworld was really missing, the petting zoo. Okay, we're going a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger than before. Oh, we don't have enough Oh, no stability. No stability. Yeah, you can see once it goes into the deep end, nobody wants it anymore. Okay. Well, let's cancel this last part. We'll go a little bit wider. I'm thinking we have an indoor barn on the lower parts. Yeah. Okay. This is the center area, our armory, everything. It's going to be great. Hoping we get that drawbridge. Should have taken that person. I regret my entire life's choices now. Okay. Yeah, we just need... I mean, unless you can teach a boar how to freaking chop down a tree, we definitely need more workers. Ooh, Brave got all messed up. What'd you do, Brave? You try to pet a porcupine over there, Bravery? Hmm? You tuckered out? I think he's tuckered out. Alright. Alright. This one. Salvation. The heresy of the rose. The settlers slam the doors on Roderick. No, Roderick. Or do we take him? He's got 17 culinary. He's going to have to fight with bravery for position of cook. He's got animal handling. A little bit of botany. 7 mining. Terrible. Terrible combat skills. But we are desperate. No, this one's actually a lot better than the other person. We're going to hit by 2 archers and 4 marauders. All right. We're going to help him. And the next person on the list is none other than Benjamin Nielsen. Thank you for supporting the channel. You are now a 26-year-old chef. And you're a lightweight. You can't hold a drink. I'm sorry. It happens when you get older. But you're a good cook. But I'm gonna put you to the mine. Sorry. Again, your dreams will not come true. You wanted to be a cook? No, sir. Miner. There you are. Follow your dreams, Benjamin. Ooh, he needs tendon. Yeah, he's a little hurt. Make sure that they have self-tend on. Self-tend is like one of the most important things you can give them. So the search party will be here in 1 day, 6 hours. Now keep in mind that they're going to send a dude who wants to talk, and basically I can buy him off to not attack us. But I want them to attack me, because it is my favorite day of the week when they do free stuff day. His wounds have been tended. Yeah, we're getting cramped in here. I don't have a bed space for him. That is one thing, and we're gonna build the bedroom. We're gonna build this back area out of wood and wood-like things because we don't have enough. Get some more over there. We got some good stuff. So once these guys get full, you know, 50. I mean, we're gonna be pulling in so much wood. The settlers are suffering from the cold, and someone should have definitely have prioritized this. I'm gonna get them. So that's stewardship. Okay, there we go. That should keep us all from dying. And we'll definitely need a bunch of that down here. And the cool thing, though, is the temperatures do kind of stay nice. We still haven't trained that pig yet. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, crap. Bongo Doug no longer has a weapon. Oh, boy. Okay. So I think I'm going to make 2 slings. And let's go for our big carpenter guy, which is history. So I'm going to have him go make those slings. I found the slings were pretty good for the lower level guys. They do have that nice little stun chance. So history will get to work. Oh no, history's nude. Yeah, they're all going to freeze to death. Okay. Freezing to death. Bad. I got to consult my manual. Yes. Freezing to death. Indeed bad. Let's come over here. Now, we don't have too much clothing fabric. Now, we can make wide hats out of hay. I'm a big fan of this. We'll do it till we have 6. Now, winter clothes. We're going to do until we have 6. Everyone should have winter clothing. Now, we should be able to use leather, too. Human leather. We could. Human leather is pretty easy to get. I don't know how I feel about that, but not enough mana. No. Okay, so now it is time to hunt. Cattle are pretty cool. You get milk and stuff from them. I'm gonna kill it for now. A lot of meat, a lot of leather. If we go into winter nude, my research is telling me that that is bad, and that people will, quote unquote, freeze to death. So we're gonna not do that. I'm still gonna tame that pig, though. I like that pig. I imagine if I had another life, I would be this pig. Nice. Ender just got to 11 marksman, probably from hunting. Let's go get Bambi out there. Anything that has leather. There are a few more wild boars that we could get. There's a lot of them, in fact. I don't want those boars. I just want this one. This is the cool one. Man, and all these... I love having all these animals helping me haul stuff. Just massive force multiplier, like I said. They might not negotiate with me. They might just come in guns a-blazing. There we go. Who's that? Who is that? Yeah. Erie B23 Nealand. That's the last name. I can't change the last name, sorry. You're missing every shot. Alright. Yeah, they're a melee combat person, but I typically don't engage in melee combat because range is just so superior. As they miss every shot. We definitely need to get into a little bit of research here. Okay. So we're still going ham. Trying to learn them books. Yeah, we're at 11. We had to do a backlog because of all the bad things we did. Selling books has that problem where you have to remake all the books because books store knowledge. So essentially, let me put it this way. So all these points, right? I have to have those 20 books that I use for those research somewhere in my storage. Eventually, you'll have a giant library for that reason. So it's not just like an aesthetic. It's an actual necessity to retain that knowledge. So if you sell books, which are super, super lucrative, you have to remake all that to get to a point where you have excess enough to... Oh, no. Oh, good God. Oh, good God. No, Ender. Somebody get over there and help him. Well, Ender learned the hard way that boars maybe leave alone. Let's leave the boars alone. We're about to have a combat. Alright. So, there you go, Ender. You've been saved. So that sucks. That's one person that may not be able to get into combat. But at least they didn't die. Now, Benjamin, he got hurt too. Oh, shoot. Dog's eating all my meat. Okay, oh, no, history. Oh, nice. Oh, nice! History teacher's laying down the law, man. Nope, now he's gonna eat a snack. Just wearing his hat, running around naked. Alright. Who am I to judge? We're making good progress. We got a lot of good stuff down here. Alright, we made it! We got one more research, but we're gonna hold off for defensive structures. I need to start getting them trained. Alright, the negotiator is here. We're gonna ignore him. History teacher got a level 32 in intellect. That's awesome. Nice. Wobble got the meat. Alright, we're gonna put clay brick production first. If they don't have the fuel, then they'll make the fuel instead. That's what we should have done before. We got 2 of them going, so hopefully we get something. Alright. Now, Benjamin, he has no weapon. Nice. We got 2 more goats that can haul now. We got a big goat family. Hopefully no more breeding. I think that's good. 6 is a lot. I'm not going to train these other goats, man. We have too many. These are brand new goats. So I think they were born to ones that were already trained. So they came out trained. It's kind of cool. The dog. I'm not going to train the dog anymore. Yeah, we got a good thing going here. We're trying to get the 1 boar. Got a deer that we're chasing down. Okay, we're going to give them ranged weapon. Benjamin should go get a sling. Okay, the cabbage seeds are decomposing. There we go. But yeah, one thing I'd like to get our houses up. I'd actually like to get a bed. Like, we got beds now. So we should probably get a bedroom up. Try to get the bedrooms up for everybody. We got 5. Oh, here's decorative structures. Yeah, we need that. Let's do that. I'd really like to get this room up at the high production speed. So you click on decorative shield rack, get the wall tool shelf right here, and we can place it right behind. I'm gonna place 3 of them. Only need 2 though. We could break down all this for the wood. Got plenty of clay. Got plenty of coal. Need to prioritize production here. Benjamin Nelson keeps getting hurt. Alright. Yeah, we got a good thing going on now. There we go. We got the clay going. Alright, attackers are approaching. We're going to let everybody kind of do their thing until they're finally coming. Got 2 archers, 4 marauders. Now, the 2 archers are going to be tough. I'm tempted to actually fight from over here, but I think we'll fight from our defensive position. They are going to try to smash some stuff outside. That kind of sucks. Okay, they're coming. Alright. Like I said before... Oh, crap. One of them doesn't have a weapon. Benjamin. We didn't get that sling up in time. Alright. So they're coming from over here. I'm going to get Brave into a defensive position. To get everybody else. Ender has the best range. History is second best. Okay. Fury, you have a sling. Put you here. Benjamin, I'm just going to keep you out of the fight. Alright, so here they come. What do we got? Ooh, got a devil horn looking dude. Got Thomas. Yeah, they got some good stuff. Right now, you can see the battle balance is about even. We had that war boar, we'd be in better shape, I think. Eventually, we'll have it proper, right? So they'll only be able to come in through here. The archers will be able to shoot us from over here, but that's fine. We can shoot back. That's kind of why I want to get crossbows. Oh, shit. Where are they going? Oh, no, my well. The jerks. Okay. Yeah, they destroyed my well. Now they're going for other stuff. Pause. So let's get our guy with the best range over here to start pulling them. Okay. Benjamin, I'm going to put into the corner over here. Here we are. We want to target their main archer first. There we go. Nice. Got him. Got him. Got him. Okay, this is their second archer. Alright, second archer down. I'm going to let them fire at will. Now, basically, if they get hit, these enemies, they'll start bleeding, and it really messes them up. Oh, crap. Okay, let's hit this guy. Okay, we got to get down over here. No. Okay, yeah, we're going to stand above him and start smacking him. There we go. Yeah, we need to mess him up. Bravery might have to actually get his hands dirty here. Okay, we destroyed their armor. This kind of sucks destroying armor, but whatever. There we go. Nice. Yeah, they're really mean. Alright, they got in, but we're victorious. We can capture this dude who's bleeding out to death. Look at his melee and mining. I don't have anywhere to put him. He's actually a really good dude. Okay, Bravery, finish the job. Yeah, no mercy, Bravery. No mercy in this dojo. Bravery's just like, whatever. Alright, fine. Trial by combat. There we go. Done. Perfect. Now we can strip and urgent haul the bodies away. And the animals will help with that. And we'll take them to our super fun happy camp over here. The bones, since they're left outside, degrade over time, so this is why I use that. You can see Taco Bell and them are hard at work. They didn't even strip the bodies. Go. They got some good stuff on them. Light armor, flimsy. Well, not really. I mean, it's better than what we got, which is nothing. We're at a point where we don't have any clothing, so we're going to have to wear dead people's clothing, which is kind of weird. Alright, oops, sorry about that. Left you in combat. Well, that was cool. That was easy combat for us. We'll let God sort it out, right? Do they have anything good? Light helm. Ooh, heretic crown. Okay. I'm gonna bring Benjamin over here. I think Benjamin can use some of this stuff. Okay, Benjamin gets the heretic crown. Perfect. Winter clothes sturdy. Definitely priority haul that. Let's strip this. And this guy. Okay, Benjamin. I'm going to give him this light armor. And I think I'm going to give him this Bardiche for now. We got nothing. Okay, does anyone else need a hat? Erie needs a hat. Or get this light helm. Okay, let's see what the other gents had over here. Alright, Ender needs some stuff. Let's get down and dirty over here. They don't have any helms, it looks like. They have, like, yeah, flimsy stuff. Okay. Yeah, a little headband. Ooh, a short bow. Let's give Benjamin that short bow. And what about this guy? Come on. Ooh, heretic hat. Ooh, a sturdy short bow. Benjamin should take the sturdy short bow. There we go. Now everyone's got hats. The most important thing. Back to work. Yeah, so we just left them out here. The wolves will eat them. We don't have to bury them. We don't have to waste time. It's actually kind of like the best way. Just you shield it so no one can see it when they're walking by. Works out pretty darn well. Alright, let's forgo the boar for now. We need to focus on everything else over here. Ooh, here's ice making. We gotta unlock that for the winter, because we're gonna have that in our food structure. History is turned 57. Benjamin turned 27. Alright. Well, we got the multiple slings. I think we're good there. Alright, the room was created downstairs. We do have a workshop now. We will need to get a door over here. A copy. Use the copy tool because I'm lazy. Door there. We need to keep this. Now when you click on this, you're going to see the production speed is 144%. 120 from being inside. Pretty cool. 132% over here. Not bad. This one's 132. This one's 132. Okay. We got it going on now. They're actually making good progress. And it's nice having somewhere to put all that dirt. So for now, I'm just going to double door it. I guess we could triple door it. And we're going to use wood on this back part, like I said. So that'll be one part of it. So basically, they can't swim up on this if there's nowhere to go. Now, if a catapult takes out a wall, they'll be able to come up back here. So you don't want these two connected. You want them separate for that reason. It also gives you back protection from catapults, so it's kind of cool. There we go. And I'm thinking we can have multiple rooms in this if I do it right. So we're going to pull this back one tile, like that. These are going to be big rooms. That's going to be cool. Yeah, we'll have a good thing on the back side there. Turn off the room viewer. Okay, so somebody needs to be on steward. Let's make it Benjamin. Someone needs to be replacing the fire. Alright, now history teacher is in desperate need of clothing. We do have a merchant here. History teacher has... Let's see, does Benjamin have better speechcraft? He might. Let's have... Well, he's the same. Okay. Let's go talk to this trader. Maybe we can buy some clothing. We could sell our donkey, but I'm not going to do that. Wow, dung brick actually sells for quite a bit, 0.2. Hay sells for more, 0.10. Okay. Dang, and they can carry 1,300. Let's see what we can get. Yeah, we do have leather. We do have everything we need to make clothing. Oh, they have mechanical components. Summer clothes superior. Winter clothes fine. All right, we want to buy that. Get rid of some saplings. I'll sell the herb seeds because they're going to spoil anyway. Birch saplings. Oh, nice. We got 21 apples. I'm going to sell those. We're going to have to sell a book or two. It's just the cheapest. I mean, in terms of like everything else, it's just easier to replace. It's cheaper. Go. Alright, one piece of clothing. It seems kind of silly. I mean, we're pretty poor right now. I'm not going to lie. Alright, so we need braziers. I think the best place is actually right here. Yeah, we got right up against there. Now, we don't want to do any of that in our storage area, but we definitely need people down here having access. Now, who has the best tailoring? 0, 0, 0, 6, 0. I thought I was going to get someone who had good tailoring. I swear. So we'll have Irvi. So let's come over to Irvi. You are now the tailor. Yeah, you don't really actually have any jobs. That's cool. Yeah, you're a jack of all trades. We'll make you a level 2 priority steward. There we go. Have them come down here and start making clothing for everybody. So we're going to have 2 components. We're going to have general storage, food storage, weapon storage, armor storage needs to be implemented at some point. And that's going to probably go in here. I think this is a great place for weapon storage as they're running out. And now the big kicker is... Yeah, let's see. I'm thinking that there should be a hallway here. So, destroy that. Because if I do a hallway right here, right, you can have multiple bedrooms. Same thing up top. It's just a really narrow hallway. As far as our animals go, our animal pen area, I don't think we need... the enemy wasn't attacking the animal pens. They might attack, but they might... Yeah. I might bring it in here. Make this just like have the animals right here in the front. But let's try to get some more resources before the winter comes. Autumn. There's a lot of berries and stuff. Also do a bit of fishing. Yeah, look at Nelson go. He's going to town. The moat will be full on one side. You don't even have to fill this with water to get the impact, which is that they cannot physically walk over it. Water they can actually walk over, so you can make an argument that water... I mean, they could swim through it, so you can make an argument that actually not putting water in the moat is smart. But we're going for the aesthetic, right? Alright, and we spaced everything in a way that we don't need support, but if we want to build upwards, we are going to need some support down here. So, just as an, you know, taking a massive precaution here, we're gonna get some support down in here. And we'll be a little off. That's okay. It's not okay. Deconstruct that. It'll bother me way too much. It'll bother me way too much. There we go. Get that thing gone. Beautiful. There we go. Okay. Yeah, what happens is right now it's holding, right? But as I pile stuff up above them, you're going to need that support. There we go. We got part of it. Yeah, see, they can cross now because of the water. But they do move a little slow in the water, and it looks pretty neat. But this does mean that the enemy can come right across. But what that also means is we're going to want it to be wider, okay? And that's going to take time. Yeah, let's make it 3 tiles wide at least. And we can continue to kind of pump this out. There we go. We're getting close. Need a little bit more clay. It's kind of interesting. They throw the balls. All right, history teacher, we need to get you some darn clothing. We're hard at work down here making clothes. Oh, they're probably making the stupid hats. Okay, yeah, let's just do 2 on the hats. Do 7 on the clothing. Need winter clothes for everybody. Oh, the wolf population's getting way out of hand. Well, my friends, it's time to declare war on the wolves. And this is where things get dicey. Get the baby wolf. Okay. Yeah, the wolf population just gets crazily out of hand, and you need to put it down. Otherwise, it gets insane. There we go. They're all running away. Oh, this one's engaging. Or no, it's running away. Cool. There we go. We're getting a ton of them. You can see hard at work. All right. I don't really like the wolves personally because they don't really serve any purpose instead of annoying me. Let's get this last one. Here we are. Everyone get back to work. And now we have a bunch of leather. So, do a priority haul on all of these gents. Nice, we got 4 research available. Shovel board. Got library structure. Colors lectern. There we go. At least we can get some more leather for clothing here. We have 406 wood. Essentially, we just have too many tasks right now. I need to let them all catch up. That's actually another cool thing about lakes, right? Is you can kind of expand into them. Except for this part here, it's all deep. But yeah, these areas where they can swim will slow them down. They also can't attack back. So that's one advantage to getting them into those areas. Alright, finally. Defensive structures. Now we can go down the line. I want to get them trained, though. Ooh, that's what we should do down here. I'm thinking one of these rooms should be... We should have 2 training rooms down here and bedding and everything above. Have the animal pen down. We could literally have an animal pen right here, the entry part. Then up top could be the armory. There's a lot of cool stuff we could do here. And we have a lot of ash, too. We got 2 goats, but I'm not going to do anything with them. We have too many mouths to feed. Actually, I'm going to slaughter these goats. Because I don't want any more of them. And we need the meat. Yeah. So we can see on the backside here, we're actually finally starting to get the resources we need. It's looking pretty good. Dang, we have a lot of raw meat. 590. We might need a couple of these bad boys. Dude, it's kind of cool about your first moat is you literally can just keep expanding it one side at a time until it's crazy big. We got Simon. What can Simon do for us? Another artist. Another artist. We turned the last one away. 0 mining. Oh my gosh. 0 marksman. Got a little carpentry. Oh man. He's a toxic master builder. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. He's got double on construction. Alright, fine. Welcome aboard! Welcome aboard, Simon. And the next person on our list is Mantis. SJS. Welcome aboard. Thank you for your support. Look at you go. Look at you go, Mantis. Now, Mantis, you know what's going to happen to you. You know exactly. Basically taking all of my paying members and converting them into manual labor. There we go, Mantis. Thank you for your contributions. To the mine. Eventually there will be no more mines, though. So, you know. I will actually use him as an artist at some point. Yeah, there are not enough beds. Okay. So, we have some serious problems. I'm trying to get up the area. Like, so far I'm not being really punished, you know. They're not getting too angry at me. But let's get it 4 more beds. Because we're getting more people. We got 1 bed up. Get the second one. There we go. Then we got 2 more beds. Rocked. Ooh, he slipped down here in the cold. That's not good. We are getting the winter clothing up, so that's good. We will need a brazier here. At some point. I'm just going to get it going now. All right, we're almost done on the back part of this. It looks like I missed one part here. Yeah, right here. There we go. Kind of overdid it on that side, and that's okay. This gap we have is 4 tiles. The gap here we have is 3 tiles. That's pretty good, actually. We're getting actually pretty darn close. I know it doesn't look like it, but we're getting real close now. Once we get this back part, we can start getting the rooms up. I think we'll do 2 per side over here, and that should be pretty big enough. Dang, dude, these wolves are out of control. Something happened here where it got off kilter. There we go. Yeah, they're really focused on this side. It's kind of interesting how they choose where they want to go. But yeah, that's why it's important to have like a little, you know, camp that you use to build everything out. Otherwise, it gets a little hectic. It takes a long time to get proper. This will have higher fire resistance and all that jazz. They destroyed my whale. Oh, you know what? I think we can actually, because I did this all weird, right? I think we can actually get a well over here in the back. Having a well inside the castle to help put out fires would be super smart. And get, I think we got underneath over here, so I can pull the water that way. That'd be cool. I like that idea. Alright, we're back on track. Here's defensive structures too. So next is combat training. Yeah, so the bottom part here, I do feel like we need an area for combat. I know I need to realistically just get up the design, but thinking long term here. Go. I could actually have ranged weapons and armor stands here, melee weapons and melee training, like have these be the bottom parts to be training. But I don't know, man. Well, we could always put that stuff outside, and then I could get rooms up. Kind of feel like people having a place to sleep might be a little bit more important than my dreams of awesomeness. Right here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Okay. Door. There we go. That will give us 4 rooms. Everyone's going to have their own room. It's going to get a little crazy in here. Use wood flooring. We're almost done, which is awesome. Yeah, we use wood flooring in here too. Wood flooring for the top. Have to get that last part another time, but we'll have a roof some point. I'll probably put some windows or something. I don't know. I don't want people shooting in at us. Oh, wow. Got another person. What's his name? Doesn't matter, because we're going to rename him. Ooh, he's got 20 tailoring. There's our tailor. And 11 medicine. Nice. We will help you. I don't know how many people are going to come at us, but I do know we got our next member, Scott Jacobs. Thanks for supporting the channel, Scott. Scott's been around forever. I think he was one of the first people to sign up for membership, actually, too. Oh, and look at that. You got job preferences, ranged combat, and tailoring. That's a good one. We actually really, really needed that. Scott Jacobs Donga. Okay. So, let's go up to the jobs. Set him up. So he's good at hunting. We'll put him on 2 for... put him on 1. Tailoring is going to be 1. We no longer need Eerie in tailoring. They are now going to primarily be a steward. We don't need him for hauling. And smithing for sure. Yeah, they're going to be the smith at some point. So, you know what? They got good botany too. Let's put them on growing and harvesting. So, that's good. Remember to get self-tend on, and definitely a ranged character. Where are they going? They better get over here fast. I'm going to have someone run out and help them. Because Scott is bleeding out his butt, basically. And last I checked, that's not a good sign. I think Scott is self-tending right now. There we go. Alright. Yeah, here. We need to get some herbs coming in too, I think. Okay, so the bleeding stopped. And we will be attacked by 2 archers, 1 fierce marauder, 4 marauders. That's nothing. We can take that. We can take 2 archers any day of the week. Oh, crap. I forgot to repair the wall. That is not good. Yeah, they could have just marched right in. They would have murdered us. Not cool. Oh, Bongo Doug. Bongo Dog. Oh, it went to the wrong spot. Oh my god. Come on, guys. Killing me. Alright. There we go. Bongo Dog. Struck that wall. Okay. He's already working on it. He's going to take care of it. Scott Jacobs already helping himself to the hats. Not bad. Winter clothing. Nice. I think we're doing okay. We got a good thing going. Probably get another short bow. Have history teacher come out and make that bow. Yeah, we got range superiority. I always just go for range superiority in this game. It just does substantially well. Alright. The negotiator is here for scat. And we are out of weapons. So we have 1 bow over here. At 2 that are procced. Let's just do it twice, right? Do that twice. Then we need to get history teacher over here. Production going on that bow. Alright. Got 1 more bow to make. We need to make sure everybody is equipping themselves properly. So this is kind of annoying. If you go to your overview though, you can see how many ranged weapons that you have. We have 1. And it is right down here. Default stockpile. It's pretty useful. You know, you got stuff scattered all over the place, right? We got sturdy winter clothing. Alright, we got a few weapons. So let's see, where is this bow? Oh, there's a flimsy sling down here too. Oh, it looks like one of them switched out their slings for it. Okay. Already working on it. I don't have to tell them anything. They're already doing it. Perfect. That's cool. They upgraded to a better weapon and everything. Okay. So we're going to take up arms. Get a bow. Everybody get a bow. Okay. So we're going to get everyone to arms. They're coming from the other side. Get everybody up top. Over to overview. We got a good bow downstairs for you, Scott. Ah, crap. Okay. So the objective, Scott needs to get all the way down there and get this bow. There it is. It's a good short bow, too. Okay. So Scott, go downstairs. And hopefully, yeah, we got 2 hours until they start approaching. Okay. There should be enough time for Scott to get what he needs. This is going to be a bit dicey. We might actually need to invest in melee fighters if we don't get the primary area up here soon. Getting a little dicey. Now, they can actually go on one... They can go on top of each other. So we're going to stack them. Put bravery at the back. And hold your ground. Okay, so they're coming from the south side. That side's a bit tricky. They're actually... Eventually... Yeah, they can go around this way, okay. Alright. They're not that tough. These guys aren't that tough. Okay, they're gonna come from around this area here. I have a feeling they're gonna make me angry because they're gonna hit potentially both sides. So let's just get people on all sides. Can't. So one of the things you want to do when you're fighting a bunch of enemies is hit as many of them as possible. Okay, they're all coming from the south side. Because you'll cause lacerations and bleeding. And hitting each enemy once can mean the difference between winning and losing. Because if they're bleeding out while they're trying to break a door and you can't shoot them, like, you're basically damaging them, right? So I prefer to hit every single person and give them bleeding than to kill one person for that reason. So, yeah, nice. Oh, this is great. This is as good as it gets right here. They have... Ooh, they have no ranged. Okay, so now they're going around, but... Okay, it's gonna get dangerous. We're gonna switch out everybody. Get 2 over here. Alright. Get you back here. You two over here. And they're going to try to break in to the side. Got to be careful here because if they break wherever we're sitting or standing on, if they break it, we're screwed. We can get some of these guys to shoot from the side. Like, you'll fall down and then they'll all beat you to death, basically, is what I'm getting at. So be real careful. So let's make sure we're not standing in that one spot. Get him over here. Okay, Ender's got a good shot. Oh, we got one guy with the... Yeah, we got him. There's one ranged unit. There we go. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. So we've hit these guys a couple times, right? This is their stats and everything. And this guy's not a good example. This guy over here, though, ooh, yeah, he's got 2 pierced cheeks, right? Movement speed and evade chance. So yeah, it slows him down. Oh, crap, we got another... You see... Oh, that's... Oh, he's got one of those hand slings. That's cool. But no one took any damage. Oh, wow. We're mobbing them. Yeah, they're getting wrecked. And we're gonna a lot of good equipment here. That was actually pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't like Sabina. There you go. Come on. Aw. Yeah, no witnesses, right, guys? Also, it gets their experience up. Okay, everybody's getting back to work now. And the bodies have been somewhat cleared. Yeah, we need to strip them all down. So hopefully they're bringing them to... Yeah, this is cool about having all these animals, man. We got a lot of work to do. Alright, it is winter. We do have a good chunk of food, but I wouldn't say we have a lot of food. Now, fishing is vital in the winter periods. Keeping up your meat. We can also hunt. So, I was going to try to tame that pig, but now I'm going to try to eat that pig. So, yeah, sorry, piggy. Gotta eat ya. Alright. God is over here getting some more clay for us. That's perfect. We definitely need to keep it coming in. We got a little bit of clay action going there. Now, oh, let's go. Oh, jeez Louise. Help him out. That pig got crazy. Okay, everybody needs to help out our buddy over here. Ooh, that pig was tough. I'm sorry about that, buddy. You got messed up. Got all that thing in. Holy cow. I underestimated that boar. Alright, let's check on an Ender, because they can actually, even if they're healing... Alright, it's all bruises. If they have massive lacerations, there's this critical chance that they just instantly lose all their HP. We need, like, herbs and stuff like that to make med kits and all types of stuff. So we need to get our act together. There's some good stuff over here. Yeah, so barley isn't bad. Barley gives you hay and the barley, right? So we might think about doing some barley next year. Start making some ale. That will help them with their happiness. We're doing the best we can. Eventually, we'll get some stuff. Okay, we're actually at a point where we can start working on rooms. So a couple things that we're going to need for all these rooms are these wooden beds. The wooden hay, I think we'll do. Place these beds in the corner. Yeah, on the roof. That's where I want them. Thanks, Gabe. Perfect. Now they can freeze to death in style with a great view. This game has read my intentions perfectly. Alright, let's get the wood down. Okay. So, in every room, what I would like to do is get a clay brazier. This becomes kind of tedious, but, you know, it is what it is. Windows are kind of dangerous, but it looks awful, right? It looks awful without windows. So we're gonna get a window. Each of these guys centered. Eventually we'll get like rugs and stuff. Okay, we got hostile animals. Ooh. We got two big old piggies. These things are fierce, so stay out of the north. This is another reason why having like a defensible area like this is vital. Now they will actually just cut across the moat half the time instead of coming across here, but like I said, we're gonna, once we get everything done, we'll start chipping away. Okay, we'll start chipping away to all of it. Oh, this is cool. But we got our little floating isle. I love it. Making good progress. Okay. We just need them to come in here and finish off the dirt, and we're good to go. Okay, we got a lot of research available. We're gonna go for the big dog, okay? The big dog down here. Combat training equipment. Ba-boom. Let's get them bees, too. Get some bees. Honey, we can make mead. Yeah, that's good. Ooh, we got gates. So the gates are kind of cool. You can... Oh, there are 4 tiles. Here I am a jerk. Built this out a different way. Really want a gate. I mean, we could have a single gate. It looks weird when you don't have it proper, though. You know what I mean? Well, there's no easy way to do this. No easy way. Actually, that's not true. There's a huge easy way to do this. Okay. Right after I say that, I'm like, I found the solution. The solution is to embrace the chaos. Oh, it's to destroy these doors. All of them. In fact. Yeah, let's just use the deconstruct tool on all of it. Okay. We'll plant a middle column, and we'll have a gate on either side. And that's fine that it looks like this, too. Okay, perfect. So what we're gonna do, because we're so cool, is take the clay brick wall down the center. And fill in those 2 areas, and now we can have our gates. Without having to alter the entire design of every single thing here. Beautiful. We're gonna do a gate there, and a gate there. Oh, we need 5 iron ingots, okay. And this, okay, those are the tier 2 gates. We're gonna go with the cheapo gates for now. Tier 1, only 35 wood. You can see there's a lot of room that's needed, though. Yeah, it's overlapping. Okay, that's fine. We'll have 2 big gates there. And then we'll just have doors here. Guarding it. Yeah, that's perfect. You get that vibe. That's what we're going for. We're going for the gate vibe. And we're just going to keep it open for now. Alright, we'll keep this one locked. Beautiful, man. We're making good progress. Almost got the aisle back there. Got a good chunk of food. Got some meat. Got some berries. Day 3 of winter. We're doing great. Ooh, we got a beggar. Look at that. Oswald. Oh, Oswald. I'm going to send you a bongo dog. Let's see if this guy wants to join us. If he just wants stuff, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to throw him in this lake. That's what I'm going to do to you. But if you want to join me, I need a little help over here. Give the beggar something. Send the beggar away. Okay. Well, let's give him something. See what he does. What do we want to give the beggar? Let's give him these, like, flimsy weapons. And see if he attacks us. Unprovoked. Flimsy buckler. I don't need this stuff. I want to give him... He wants 12.86 is what he wants. He needs 12 bucks. I don't know what he wants to do with this, okay? He's got a dream. His dream costs 12.86. Yeah, flim. Okay, cool. Accept. Point of interest available. Okay, so he gave us a point of interest for a loot stash. Alright, I could dig it. Dig it. So 3 people should have a bed chamber now. I'm gonna give one of the beds to Brave, second bed to Ender, and the 3rd bed to History Teacher. We'll just go down the line. I'm not giving this in any order of preference. I'm just literally just going down the line because I'm lazy. Alright, now as we know, the ferocious animal boar guys will eventually depart. And they may attack other animals, which can take them out for us. Now, where are my trees? Looks like we lost some trees. Now, eventually I'm going to cut down all the apples and quince and all that jazz. And we're going to send it over here. We just have a little bit left, and that room will be done. Then we can start working on the top part. But this is great, because now we can start getting everybody in their proper home. Alright, it says the settlers are starving. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Got plenty of food. Plenty of food. We got berries out the wazoo. And we also have some research points. Probably should... Oh, yeah. That's right. We did lock the ability to start training them. So, practice dummies. I don't want them to beat this stuff up. So, I think we're going to put practice dummies in here. Okay. They can train melee combat down there. We'll put some weapon racks and stuff. For archery, let's just do that right over here, outside. That looks good to me. So some of the things that we should probably start doing is getting up weapon racks. We do have icebox now, so let's try to get a couple of those up. We can get these up anywhere. Just get them up right here. We got honey. Oh, this is kind of cool. So you can see that plant nearby for bees is 2. So look at the production value. So we kind of want to centralize these in our croplands. Right? So something to think about. We need to start thinking about a lot of stuff. Now, wooden floor is okay. And, you know, some of these floors are a little pricey. Rain and snow can fall through wicker. Wooden floor. Okay, well, we can always replace the wooden floor. So let's get a little bit of organization. So first and foremost, we're going to do a full perimeter around everything in wood here. And I think we will start bringing the farms down over here at the start once winter's gone. Okay. I have no idea what I'm going to put over in these little corners, but I like them. Okay. And since all this is going to be farming right here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. I like that. So just go straight across. 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 4, 5. Perfect. All right, so that is that. What I'm thinking is we have a road like this going around this thing. Okay, let's do it like that. This is where we get crazy. Actually, let's wait until winter's over, because I have a feeling they'll start putting stuff down and it will all die. And let's unlock this just because we can. Alright, and over here, I'm getting a little pissy, because they have not come over here to take their stuff. Luckily, it's winter, so things aren't degrading very heavily, but holy cow, guys. We need to get their stuff. They got a lot of good stuff. They got armors, they got pitchforks. No, they got good stuff. Winter clothing, sturdy gamesman. What do you got on, huh? You got winter clothes. Okay, yeah. Go take that armor. Someone already is getting it. Okay. Cool thing is they're auto equipping stuff, so that's good. We just need to strip everybody and let them just do their jobs. Ooh, that is a kite shield. That is a kite shield right there. Let's get bravery with that kite shield. There we go, bravery. You're looking dapper. Okay, we got some herb action going. Definitely need to grow some herbs. Trying to get, we got 1,100 clay over here, so that's not a problem. Just need to keep it going. I think we're gonna need another one of these bad boys, man. We got plenty of ash, so. Oh yeah, it's good to see the team going ham. Eerie. Oh, they can't construct over here because it's 0. I gotcha. So, the whole reason that they're not doing anything over here is because this is a 0. Oh, man. Alright, stability 4, stability 3. Let them build it out first. I think it was when I finished it, it messed it all up, right? So let's let them build a little bit at a time. Okay, yeah, and they're working on it. Cool. Soil forbidden. No path to it. Well. Oh, they can't step up here? What's going on? They could do it. They could step up. Jerk. What a jerk. Okay. Can't find path to soil. You need to come over here, sir. Oh, shoot. I know what's going on. None of the soil underneath it is up. Oh, me so dumb. Okay. We gotta get rid of all this. We didn't get the soil underneath it. That's what's going on here. Buddy. Trying to figure out what's going on, and I can see down here they can't even build out that soil. Okay. Well, let's get everything back in shape. And let them do their jobs. Okay. Perfect. Now, let's go downstairs, because I think we're getting full. Expand our storage. Okay. Let's go. Alright. Well, we got the next part of the moat going. Cool. Oh, we have to actually craft a practice target. Oh, so we have to... Oh, man, I gotta craft this stuff. Okay, let's come over here. Till you have 10. What does it take? Oh, it's just sticks? Perfect. So I'm gonna let infinite practice take place. And I'm hoping that they'll do this on their spare time. I'm gonna have Brave actually make the practice target. I don't think we need someone with high skill for it. Alright, here we go. Yeah, so we still have a few more spots. Oh no, that's all dirt. Okay, cool. Bongo Doug. Come over here. Put dirt down. Can't find path to soil. Alright, what did I do? Must have angered the gods. Ah, I see. For some reason, when I placed all that stuff over it, it placed disallow. That's what was going on there. It wasn't that I had things over it. It was that it was disallowed. So weird, man. Whatever. I figured it out. Moat is strong. Okay. Things are really starting to populate now, though. Nice. We had a lot of smoked meat. We're good on food. Oh, not worried about that. And now I can finish this off. I'm just going to tell people to come over here and start working on it. I love how everything looks in winter, though. It looks a lot cooler than it actually is. We have 2,500 sticks. Ooh, oh my gosh, so much wood. Yeah, we don't need any more of these trees. We're burnt. We have too much. We're just gonna X out. Got enough wood for 30 million years. And with that said, we should probably start getting out more of this area. So eventually, what I'm gonna do with these shelves. Just have them everywhere down here. And we're going to place ice down the middle of this area. Okay. Got shelving. Same thing over here. Alright. Get all of that done. There we go. Yeah, we may need some outside storage, but we got a good thing over here. Got a good crafting area. There's a lot to be done. I'll tell you that, though. Alright, Bongo Doug is finally doing it. Go, Bongo. Live your dream, Bongo. Okay, I got mass storage going on downstairs now. Don't know if well, we did get these guys going, but we should have just gone forever. Production. This is one problem, is when you have too many projects going on. They don't tend to do well on a lot of stuff. Like, we need so much. Alright, 210. Hey. My Benjamin's suffering from the cold. That kind of sucks, too, because he's got winter clothing on. Because it's a little cold. We are getting close, though, on the main perimeter. Pretty good. Alright, we got 1,000 clay. That's pretty good. Oh no, they've been breeding so many goats. Yeah, so when you train the... Gosh, okay. So unfortunately, we're going to have to slaughter some of these. It's cool mini mouths to feed. But we got more people to help us move stuff, so that's good. They'll be sad about it at first, but they'll get over it. Alright. And then what you do, once you get the ice going, right? And we have the same problem again. There we go. Okay, we're in good shape now. You gotta be... Ooh, I see. So it goes deep right there. Alright, well, let's see how much they can get done. Alright, so sorry. Yeah, for the ice part. What we're gonna do now is take this area here. We're gonna shrink the zone here. And then we're gonna replace it with a new zone. The default stockpile. And all the stockpile is gonna do is hold ice. Clear all. It's a manufactured material, and that's it. And we're going to set the priority to very high. So all ice will be brought into here, and it will be glorious. Now we don't want it in the center. So we're going to shrink the zone. We might even... We're probably going to use doors. And by probably, I mean we need to do that right now. That way we can keep the ice in. There we go. And that will keep everything in here cold. And doorway here. They're cool. Okay. So now these areas will be frozen. All of our food will be fantastic. Alright, let's do wood down here. Do wood over here too. Heck, wood all around, alright? Yeah, just wood the whole dang thing. Nice ground. Yeah, for some reason, something's going on over here. It's just, they don't like it. I think what I need to do is just build it one at a time while it's not telling me I can't do it. Try to rig the system. We got some tech points, though. So let's definitely get fighting 2. Now or fletching 2. Now we can make longbows. Yeah, so see, it's being a jerk. Looks like over time, these negatives are showing up. So we'll just keep fighting it. Stability might collapse, though. Now, I could put 2 people per room, but I really don't want to. I really wanted them to each have their own room. Nice, we got more ice blocks being made. That would just help keep our food from spoiling, but probably not even an issue. We're getting there. Manually controlling all this seems to be working. I'm just instructing each of them to do 1 tile, seeing how much they can get done. Oh yeah, look at that. Making progress. Okay, 1 last piece. Oh, I see how you are. No, we're gonna do it. You can't stop me. That's just, it's messing with me, man. It keeps saying he can't do it, that he can. Oh man, we got a cold snap. Oh, that's not good. There it is, boys and gals. We did it. Oh boy. That was an experience. Yeah, the windows do look nice. Okay. Well, that was painful. Get that window up. Get that roof up. We're gonna copy this. Put a bed over here. A brazier over here as well. Perfect. That will give us our 4th bedroom. And now we can start doing the top too. Luckily, we have a ton of wood. This is actually going to go really fast. Yeah, I don't think making them swim in that cold lake is helping to get to their rooms, but whatever. I don't make the rules, alright? I just enforce them. There we go. Perfect. Alright, this gives us enough for 8 people. For some reason, it likes to mess with me, and it's putting these doors on the 3rd part. Okay. Not what I wanted. There we go. That's kind of crazy. We already went through all that wood. I feel like someone's lying to me. Alright, let's get the windows up. And then we need to get the roof on. There's going to be a third story. Maybe. Should we cut it at 8? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 people exactly. You know what? People are just going to bunk up. Because, yeah, let's put a nice little roof on it. I feel like that this is a really good height for everything. There we go. Okay. So apparently we're going to have to do it like this. Yeah, that works for me. And then down the center, we'll have that. That works for me. Then up top, we're going to have our war room up top, I think. We got weapon and wall weapon racks. Eventually we'll have armor stands too. Weapons. Actually, you know what? No armor stands up here. Purely weapons. This is our weapon room. That looks pretty good. And then you can even put them on the wall. Yeah, we'll have a wall-mounted rack there. Perfect. I like that. Good vibe. And then the finishing touch shall be a wooden roof. We want it this way. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna look a little wonky, but it will work. Alright. Time to get some wood. Oh, we did actually go through all of it. We won't need to after a bit of time. So, there's a good amount of wood around here. Nice! We got all the terraforming done outside. So downstairs is the last bit. We can start getting our library up, the remaining storage. I'm actually going to disallow clay storage in here. Like, raw material. Yeah, no clay, no dirt. Limestone can stay. No sticks down here. Okay? All of that is going to stay. And we're probably just going to convert this area over here. Like, we're going to get rid of all these beds and stuff. And convert it into a massive storage area. Yeah, we'll get a proper cook down here, too. I think it was all the flooring that we did. It cost a lot of wood. Oh, crap. They collapsed out over here. They didn't hold. Oh, no. Did we lose any floor? Looks like the wood's holding, though, so that's all that matters. Oh, no, they're there. The weird. Oh, there's nothing underneath. I gotcha. Okay, yeah, we're good. It was able to hold, but the top part held, bottom couldn't go any further. So yeah, we're like right there on the edge. If we went any further, we'd have some massive instability. This is cool. I'm really digging this castle. Alright, we got ourselves a new merchant. That's alright. I'm not really interested. We're on day 12 of the winter. We're stacking that ice downstairs. Let's see. Yeah, we got ice down here. So that's going to keep all the goods on the shelf freezing. See these gooseberries. They're decomposing in 22 days. Okay, it's not cold enough in here. Well, we'll get more ice in here and that will do it, okay? Right now, inside room. It's not telling me the temp. Oh, right now we're at 38 degrees in here Fahrenheit. That's not good. We need a few more ice blocks. Because we got, yeah, this whole area is sectioned off. So, kind of cool, like where they walk, it creates the pathways, right? You can see that a lot of activity between here. Base. My donkey. Yeah, they don't have a whole lot to do. Like a lot of the, what happened over here? Okay, oh, stockpile's still there. It's just like, what's going on? Something weird actually is happening out over here. I can't see the stockyard anymore. Oh, it's there. A little bit of a bug or something. Let's make sure the enemy corpses go out here though. And settler corpses actually too. Got buried or something. Yeah, it's flashing in and out of existence. It's kind of weird. It's there, but whatever. Oh, look at that. We're almost through. And then the real work starts. Alright, we got a little bit of research action going on now. We can get more elaborate, more entertainment, more defensive structures. We can get the tall gates. Tall gates are cool. We'll pass. We should, however, make longbows. And we'll do this until we have 2 targets. Put the longbow up here until we have 2. We need a lot of wood now, which is kind of crazy. We had like 1,000 at one point. Just blowing through it. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do over on these parts here is have red shrub here and then bramble on the side. I like this spot because it kind of like pulls the eye, right? The blackthorn right here. And gooseberries. Oh, crap. Got a lot of clay action over here. Okay. We gotta get all the clay out of here. It's a win-win for us. So I only want to do the clay. I don't care about the outside ones. We're gonna put some tiling on it. Plate there. Should I take that back? I do care about the outside. Okay, that was the only spot that we had any weirdness. And I'm gonna hold off on planting anything over here until we get this cleaned up. Wood. And actually... Cancel. So let's shrink this. Same thing here. Shrink this. I like the idea of having a wood outline on the side. I think it's gonna look neat. Yeah, so we don't actually care about that stuff. Pause real quick. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay. There's a lot of good trees out here. 50 wood on them. And these trees are coming into... Ooh, these trees are huge. Yeah, these trees that we grew a while back. Okay. So we got all that. So now what we need to do is start getting the defensive perimeter. And to do that, we're going to need these clay brick guys. Like this. Okay. I'm just going to go along the edges with it. And now we can just sit out here and shoot down. Oh boy. Okay. So for this part here, I'm going to put a door. That way we can get in our back area here. Okay, we're just sliding this all the way around like such. This is gonna cost quite a bit, okay? Yeah, and it's gonna come in like that. Yeah, leave that. All right. Now that we have that decided, we're gonna have just two ways that people can get in here. One's gonna be here. One's gonna be here. We need clay brick floor on all of this. Same with this guy. Okay. So we need to fill this in with soil here. And have door after door. 2 doors. Oh crap, that's right, I was gonna put a well here. Oh man, I've totally spaced on that. You know what? Do this a different way. Let's do that. Place the walls back. Yes, we should just have it connected from the back. I mean, what are the chances they're gonna get in from there? Not crazy high. It's not 0, of course. Okay. Yeah, so I gotta... I shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's get that proper. What we're gonna do is just have it come out the top here, okay? Then deconstruct that, and we're just gonna have a breezeway. That's just gonna be the way it is. And that way I can have my well. Because it's gonna be important that we can put the fires out if they do anything to us. Okay, there we go. We got our water. There we go. We got our well. Now, we're gonna take clay brick and extend it like that. And if it doesn't like it, there's an easy solution to that too. That is, we remove this doorway. Oh yeah, this doorway has to go anyway. Because it's going... Nothing that stands on top of this will survive if that door is destroyed. So, you want something strong. We're gonna do a brick just here, okay? And then we're going to use, yeah, we'll just use wooden beam like that. And now we can push this across. It will work once the beam is up, trust me. There we go. Yeah, that'll be the only way up. Okay. Get clay brick. So this is going to be pretty darn expensive, as you can see. But we're going to have brick flooring. It's going to be pretty. All right. So, once we get one of these up, I can get rid of the staircase out here. And then we can also finish the center tower. That's going to take a while. Nope, a bit more to do, but we're making good progress. Okay, we got a lot of research available now. Ooh, crossbows 1. Crossbows 1. These are essential. Yeah, 3 wooden mechanical parts. Not bad. Alright, I want that. Forget the longbow. Even the basic crossbow is just so good. We need to get everybody cutting because we're hurting bad. Okay. All this up here, we're gonna get rid of our defensive structures because we can fight from up here, I think. And we need to emergency haul a lot of this stuff. Crap, someone went downstairs. Okay, now we gotta plug the holes. Okay, yeah, it's kind of like glitching out a bit. Doesn't want to go in the hole. Ah, crap, we got someone. What do we get? They're a melee fighter. I'm gonna say no. We have 8 people right now. We're doing really well, and I'm kind of like really needing to finish some of the basic defenses. We just tore down all our defenses too, because it was a smart thing to do. Trust me. Okay, we're gonna tear out all the ceiling and replace it with sticks. It will let the rain in and stuff, but I don't care. I need the wood. We're basically scrapping. We're scrapping it, okay? There's no way around it. There we go. Yeah, tear it all down. I need that wood. Got a big thing to build over here. Kind of thinking I want to bust out a balcony on the sides here so they can shoot down. In case the main area is captured, we can retreat back into the wood keep. The wood keep, though, what's scary about this thing is it can catch on fire. Big time. Alright. Yeah, you guys need to get your act together. Nice, we got 50 trees out here. Got 2 of them at 50. Okay. Get some wood out over here. And we'll have little rows. Over here, we're going to have something different. This is going to probably be for seeding. And then we can have rows here. There we go. Look at that. We got it all cleaned up. Yeah, this is starting to look really sharp, actually. Okay. Look at that. Second story's looking sharp. Wooden bed. Get 4 more beds. And clay braziers. It gets cold. You have someone in this bed? Okay, yeah. Bongo Doug, you got a room now. Pretty much everybody's gonna have a room here in a second once it's all fully built. Okay, we're going out to the land down under. Alright, down here. So this is gonna... The library needs to be big. Alright, so this is gonna be the library right here. So we're gonna need wall-mounted bookshelves. Quite a few of them, in fact. But let's get the buildings down first. Alright, research station is huge. Let's put it here. And basic research, I'm going to put that behind him here. Alright, perfect. So let's go to our room tab. And let's see, where's the library? At least 1 basic research, 2... Okay, 1 scholar's lectern. Okay. So we got to get this. Gotta get the Scholar's Lectern. All right, that's our goal. We'll get the basics going there. Probably go downstairs to make our archery stuff now. So we can get rid of all of this stuff outside. Butchers. Get all that. We'll get the materials there. We'll come over here. And let's make 2 crossbows. Perfect. Workshop here. Put in mechanical. Let's make... So we have 10. Let's stockpile that. Workshop down here. We already have it going on. Oh, we do need a practice dummy. Do it once. And limestone brick. Let's do that until we have like 30. I don't know. Maybe we could use it for some walkways or something. We have a little bit of it, but not a lot. Perfect. Okay. Okay, we got a lot to be built out. Alright, now we can get back to the farming. Okay. So let's see. We've got bramble and red currant shrubs. Over here, we're going to do blackthorn bush. And we're going to do gooseberries. There we go. Should get the seeds we need from our area over here. And then after that, we're going to do apples. Okay. Quince. Walnut trees. And I don't know. We're going to skip that. Now, we're going to go to our main crops. So what we need are seed crops, okay? Oh no, we got more clay. Okay. Oh, there's limestone here. Alright, we got to get that out. Okay. Same thing over here. Apples. And quince. And walnuts. Like we need to get this out. Limestone. Yeah, there's just a tad bit of limestone over here. That's okay. So I'm gonna do some spot search. Get all of that stuff out. There we go. And we'll fill it back in. We'll have a good agriculture out here. Fill those spots in with soil. Okay, we have the research to unlock the Scholar's Lectern. Perfect. We just need a little bit of wood and we're good to go. I'm gonna pop on down here. Okay, Scholar's Lectern. Oh, that's small. Okay, I'm gonna put it right here. And we need to get some doors. Door there. Door there. Okay, now we can just expand the zones. That should do it for me. Gotta fill that hole. Ba-boom. Okay. There we go. We got the library up. Perfect. Now we'll get some good bonuses. We can hold a study group? What the heck? We get a librarian? Well, that is cool. I am learning. They didn't have this stuff when I was playing a while back. That's cool. Alright. So we're gonna bring education down into the basement. Get these nerds out of here. Alright. I'm feeling pretty decent about where we are. So, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Where did the water come from? Water has flooded the basement. Oh, I see. When we were... When I did some stuff up here and then plugged it, the water must have gotten through. Well, this is an interesting conundrum, because I don't know what to do with this water. Okay. Only thing I can think to do is to drain the water. So we're gonna have to open all the doors. We gotta, you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna have ourselves an underground pool. That's what's gonna happen here. Alright. Yeah, every basement needs a sub pump room, right? Okay. So yeah, we're gonna have to come in here and just start digging. And then we can take all this water with it that way. Alright. Yeah, we'll have to make this room a little bit bigger, too. Got our work cut out for us there. Oh, my bad. This is a new feature. It's called Cellar Flooded. Groundwater has found its way through the earth walls into your cellars. Prevent this from reoccurring by building cellar walls with different materials. Oh, shoot. So it doesn't want you to have earth. They're trying to get you not to use the soil. That is so cool. I don't like it, but it's really cool. I'm gonna cheat, though. I'm gonna dig a hole. We're gonna dig a hole. Okay. Well, I like that. You're definitely gonna need like a little bit of a flood basement type thing going on. That's kind of scary, though. So they're trying to deter people from having this playstyle that I have now. That's beautiful. Well, you guys are all gonna have to make do in the damp basement. It's gonna get real cold down here, and all my food's gonna rot. But whatever, right? Okay, we got more rooms up top now. Looks like. Go down the line. There we go. Oh, Benjamin's already on one of them. Benjamin just skipped the line. He's like, I'm taking that bed. Mantis is in this one. Okay. Brave is in this room, but it's not registering as a room for some reason. Game's actually kind of bugging out on me right now. Alright, let's do it, guys. Let's get this water out of here. Yeah, I thought I did this, but it's part of the game mechanics now. It's really cool. Alright, let's get rid of the wooden floors that are blocking us from being able to get everything down. There we go. I don't even know if that's gonna work. Oh, damn, it worked. I didn't know if it would, but it did. Alright. Perfect. Got everything back in order now. Alright, we'll leave the flood room like that. Nice. Got a target. Okay. Now I'm hoping that they can all get back to it. Alright, I had to reload because I was getting these crazy UI issues. Alright, we're now able to see who does and does not have a bed. We have one person who's without a bed now. And so that means over here. Get rid of all that. Down in our library, we need to get more bookshelves. Now, if I remember correctly, the floor-mounted bookshelves can actually hold more. You have your wall, and then you have these guys. So these hold 3, these hold 4. That's not a whole lot of books, to be honest. I usually have a library that's like an absurd size. Okay, well, that's definitely not going to be enough room for all our books, but... I'm like... genuinely thinking I need to have another extension out here. We'll just have another room for books. Alright, our underground swimming pool is a success. We're making it. Up top, we're going to expand the zone. Walnuts. What the heck? Dirt. Don't you like dirt? Alright, I give up. There's something weird going on here. Let's just copy. There we go. Yeah, it didn't want to expand because it has to be connected. That's what's going on. Okay. So what I'm thinking we do in these twos here, these are going to be called our seeds. All right. So we got no cabbage. We do got flax. Got no barley. We do have some herbs. So what you do is you plant a small section just for the herbs. All right. We got 2 seeds. Nice. So now we can train our archery. This will be very useful for us. Research-wise, we have 3 available. Smelting is useful at a certain point. Cooking. Yeah, we're going to get cooking. That's what we need to do. Okay, and that actually is what we need limestone for, and some iron. Let's see what we can do here. No matter what, we need iron ore. Okay, so next time a trader comes in, that's what I want. And we're going to place the cook right over here. Now, a cook does need a butcher's table in it to work properly, too. So, cancel. Let's do this. And let's make this bit bigger. I'm going to take out some support and put up some beams. And we're going to turn this into one giant little kitchen. Okay. Yeah, we're going to put support up. I don't want any problems, alright? Do support beams. Actually, yeah, there's nothing heavy up top, so we should be good. But this will be a kitchen. Okay. So these crops, we have to select. We go to ripe. So with herbs, actually, it doesn't matter what you do. You're always just going to get seeds or whatever. That's fine. But they're good to grow. There's a lot out here. So we should probably start getting some hay. Our animals are going to start hurting. I forgot there was coal that we could mine. But at the same time, we don't really have people to do it. We were kind of busy. Would have been smarter, though, to just mine the coal. Alright, we're out of wood. Ooh, look at that. Mushrooms. I don't really think we have a food issue, though, because we have tons of smoked stuff. I'm going to mine out some of that coal. Because that is a much faster way of getting coal. I think we don't have any storage room is one issue, too. Let's expand the storage. Alright, cool. We got a nice little library downstairs. Not enough beds. That cannot be true. Oh, it is true. We gotta get that bed up. We have 2 hay. That's so dangerous for us. Okay. Bunch of hay over here, potentially. This is definitely a reason to grow barley and make beer. Nice. They're over here getting a ton of coal. I have the goats come help us out. We got another beggar. Not a big fan of that. I'm probably going to ignore him. Unless he wants to join me. I don't know. I had a place in my life where I just want him to leave. Alright, we'll get a staircase. Full area. Alright, Bongo Doug, talk to this hobo. Give him something. Yeah, let's give him birch saplings. Ton of them. Apples, why not? There we go. We'll give him some apples and some saplings. He keeps giving me points of interest. We need to get the cartography map in order to see the world map. So I'm just kind of like focused on my cool castle. Alright, let's do a little bit of flax. How many do I have? 4 seeds? Or, darn it. Got limestone. Alright, we got a bit of research to go down the line here. That's not bad. Oil press. Brewing. Let's do brewing, because I think we're going to go into barley here. Might need to slaughter some pets. Oh boy. That is a lot of goats. Now we got goats and sheep too. The sheep are actually kind of cool. We're not going to slaughter them. We are going to train them, but we can get wool and stuff off of the sheep, so that's actually really neat. Got 313 hay. You just need to make sure you get enough hay during the summer months or you're in pain, but you can do that, which is pretty easy. They're not too hard. There we go. Yeah, getting that coal was really smart. Got 553 coal. That was so much easier than all that wood we wasted too. Feeling kind of dumb. Let's get another tree down. But we don't actually need trees anymore, and we got 1,600 sticks. Yeah, eventually I think I just put the sticks outside. There's too many of them. So now we're at a point where I think we just need more clay. So we're just going to keep at it. Need a few more spots over here. There we go. Okay. We're good to go. Now for the flax, we're going to go until they're ripe. Okay, cool. We'll just do flax over here. That's fine. Now, there is a couple of little things I just realized I messed up on. We need to deconstruct this so we have a spot for another brazier. Oh, shoot. We'll just put it right here for now. Gonna get cold in that library. Nice. We got a merchant. Over here, we're just gonna make sure that we do this on the clay tiles that we have a ton. We have an unlimited supply of coal up here. I've been using that from the start. In fact, I'm gonna turn off. I don't want them to make any coal anymore. Ever again. There's our trader. I don't really care who talks to him. Got another Scott. Ooh, thread and thimbles. These are books, and this is what you need to have that little book club thing. We can teach people. That's cool. So you use these books basically to teach people like tailoring and stuff if you want. There's a lot of awesome functionality in this game. Unfortunately, I don't really need any of it. I'll just have them do it myself. Ooh, a knightly sword. Made out of gold. That's the only reason it's so valuable. Okay, so they have limestone brick. No, I have limestone brick. Okay. I'm looking for anything. V-shields are actually really cool. Nice little pig face helm. They got a lot of nice stuff, but I don't need any of it. Oh, we got 75 milk. What I need is iron. I think I can actually smelt down some of the weapons that I've gotten. So we'll pass all this for now. I think our best course of action is to just get iron. I think there is some iron over here in the limestone. But yes, sir. Okay, iron. Get some over there. Get into the basement a little bit. So that's steel. So yeah, we need to get... Oh, that's right. It's outside melting furnace. Okay. Yep. We need a little bit of technology there. We don't have to get the fancy cooking station, to be honest. It's just a thing. Cool. We're going to use wicker flooring for the top. It's just sticks. We got plenty of them. That back up. I think we got a good production going now. We just need to focus on the clay. And what skill is this? I'm thinking it's steward. So let's go to overview. Yeah, we're doing good there. Let's go to our jobs. We only have a few people on steward. This is our main tailor. All right, we need more people on steward. Like a lot more. Yeah, okay, that should do it. I think I accidentally put these guys to tame instead of slaughter. Oh, those are the sheep. I wanted to tame them. That's right. About to kill them. All right, and so we don't have wolves, so now the deer population's exploding. That's kind of cool, actually. There's a lot of iron up there. For some reason, we lost all our farm plots up here, so let's just go crazy. All these apple trees, we're going to cut them down. All these quince trees, we're going to cut those down, and then we'll replant them down here. All right, perfect. We're just waiting on the resources. All right, let's cancel the mining. I just want everyone to kind of focus on the few jobs we have. Underground is finally done. Awesome. All right, smelting. Get that smelter up now. Get it up right there. We do have a brewing station. I think we have room down here. Put it in the kitchen. All right, that works for me. I'm gonna try to find some barley seeds. The deer, I think, ate everything. Or it could just be the season is still taking some time. Kind of feels like they ate it all. Herbs up here. A lot of mushrooms, but the mushrooms form naturally. Alright. There's a lot of work to be done. The wicker floor looks awful. Oh, it's kind of funny. Yeah, it's like putting a tarp over the roof kind of fix right there. I might have to burn that thing to the ground. It's so hideous. Alright, well, at least we have a place for weapons. And yeah, very high priority. Perfect. Alright, we got the well in the back. That's awesome. Nice. Yeah, they can get past the well and get through the door. That's all that matters. That's all I need. Perfect. Chain gang over here. Going ham. That's kind of cool. We got ivy shrubs forming on the sides here. Alright, well that's probably more than enough iron for what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to make 5 ingots. Iron ingot. Ooh, it's 30. Oof. Till you have 10. And gold and silver. 30 per array. And we have 135 there. Probably need just a tad bit more. Mine a little bit more. Nice, we got all the clay furnaces going. Yeah, putting more of them to steward was the right call. Now we're firing up the engines of industry. Okay, we got a battle. Now, this is an incursion, so these just come straight up on you. You don't have any warning whatsoever. Gotta lock that. Get everybody inside. We did not. Open. Everybody in. What do they got coming at me? So, versions can be pretty brutal. They're all melee. Melee. Alright, we've locked the door. Gosh darn it. Alright, it's too late. They're coming in. I'm gonna get up on the backside because we're actually able to shoot above. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think... Oh, this isn't gonna go the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. We're doing a good job. They're gonna bust in through that door, though. I say we keep shooting them on the bridge. They are avoiding the water. Okay. Let's get everybody. Brave is gonna sit here at the doorstep. Entry path. Get everybody over here. They are doing a good job. We're hurting them pretty good before they get into range. I'll go Doug, get down here. Ooh, crap. That's someone who doesn't like us. We should be shooting at him. Nice. I like that. Shield and sling. I might have to adapt that. That's a pretty good strategy. But he's attacking the gate. Kind of funny. They're actually not attacking the open gate. Attacking the closed gate. It busted through that gate, too. Alright, we got him. Looks like... I don't know why that door is open. That's not cool. Alright, let's try to get this one guy running through here. So now they need to bust in through the back. I'm gonna get everyone over here. Yeah, don't stand on top of doors. I told you that. Everything above it breaks sometimes. Okay, this time it didn't break, so that's good. They're trying to get in through another door. Oh man. There's another guy coming? We got another archer, so what I'm gonna do... Shoot. Focus fire everybody on one person. Oh no. Nice. Bravery just saved the day right there. That guy got in. Okay. Bravery. Attack. Everybody attack the same person. Okay. Everybody attack the same person. We might need to get 2 melee. Oh, crap. They got a good archer. Oh no, that's not an archer. Just someone beating on me. He's hitting me with the sword. Okay. Bravery needs to get on Oswald real quick. No, 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 no. Okay, we won. We got a pierce gut. Now we gotta be careful because they'll still attack you. They'll take a couple of shots and then they'll bugger off. Okay. So, we need to get infirmary beds. This isn't good. I don't know if we have enough medical supplies. So, they'll come down here and, you know, do their thing. They'll try to heal themselves. But we have no medical supplies. Me and my castle building, man, I get so caught up. So The problem here is they are going to heal, but these moderate wounds have a chance to instantly kill them. This is going to be a bit of RNG. They may or may not live. Our wound minor. If their blood gets too low, this is the problem. We have got to plug it somehow. It doesn't matter what their HP is. Blood goes. Okay. They're healing themselves finally. They're using... Nice. Nice. Yeah, they were able to patch it up. They were able to use some of the cloth. This is why you need linen, which is why we're growing flax over here. Really, really important. Well, let's start growing a lot of flax. Okay, that was kind of close. Perfect. And we're getting decent. We're almost done with the whole design. I mean, it's just the finishing touches now. If we wanted to get into growing other things, we could. It's kind of crazy how little food you need for this small of a pup. To be honest, I kind of just like to give him the berries. But down here, we should now have our... Yes. Mantis is getting it up. This is where you want multiple foods. So if we want to make lavish meals, we need herbs and 20 primary cooking ingredients. We can also make pickled stuff, but this is what we want. We'll do that until we have 10. Okay. You can't do it without herbs. So we should also have simple meals up to 10 as well. We'll prefer lavish, and for that reason we need to grow a ton of herbs. So let's expand. This is really all you need right here. Just herbs. Herbs and flags. So what I would like to do is keep it simple. Shrubs for brambles and berries, blackthorns, and gooseberries. And then down the center, herbs. There's a ton of herbs. That's all we're going to grow. Herbs and berries. And he'll have to make fine dishes out of that. And we ran out. Got limestone there. And right there. Okay. Replace the soil. Replace the soil. Perfect. Making really good progress. Okay, so a lot has happened in the last 10 minutes. We shaved back some of this. You can see we're still working on it. I'm just going to take my time, get a little bit of clay action. We have a lot of things going on well for us here. And we're going to start moving some of this stuff around. So right now, we're just kind of using this as a base storage. Definitely expand the stone a little bit now. All right, cool. So we solved the basement problem. That was pretty funny. Going back into here. So this could be a problem because we have to go through a cooler to get in here. But thinking we do need an area for people to eat. So let's see how I want to do this. I mean, we got the outside spot. And we could also eat up top here. Still have to finish this, but we're getting most of the stuff done here. We got this whole top area for them to defend themselves. We have our main area here, where we have weapon racks. This is cool. Got a bunch of weapons in here. Got bedrooms for everybody. Got this thing here that I hate, so I'm going to delete it, because it looks stupid. I'll just never talk about it. Okay. So, yeah, we're moving along nice. I feel pretty good about... honestly, everything we're doing with the growth. They got a lot of stuff over here they need to cut down. We have an insane amount of research points because I haven't spent anything. So we can get blacksmithing, which would allow us to get a blacksmith forge, but we need 100 limestone bricks. Let's do that one. We can also get rugs. We should get rugs. And furniture too. Yeah, that's a good one. So let's take a gander at what we can do with these rugs. Thinking we make our, you know, entire base look a little bit better. You can also put bookshelves in these rooms, added storage. Okay, so the rugs actually have to be crafted here at the sewing station. One is clothing, one is rush matting. Okay. I don't know why I would want 40 of these, but Do until we have 10. There's a lot more important things to build. We don't have enough resources over here. I'm going to assume that's because we don't have wood. Once they start chopping these trees down over here, we'll be in good shape. I'm going to tell them to cancel harvesting these berries. Oh, crap. Okay, we have someone who wants to come here. We don't want them. We already have enough artists. And honestly, we just have enough people. We're chilling. We're building out this thing. We're so close. But another thing I realized is all my guys were set to use wood. So we don't want them to use wood. Well, they can use sticks and coal. That's cool with me. We keep all the wood we can get. I also did this for all the braziers. They were set to use wood. So I set them to use sticks only. They have a ton of sticks. And dung bricks are okay too. Okay, we're gonna do wooden fences along the side here. Oh no, it looks terrible. Actually, I think we can offset these. Do limestone. Ooh, look at that ornate bookshelf. That's cool. Okay. So what's cool is you can only walk on the sides. Now, if they bust in through the gates, or they use ladders to get up on the walls over here, they somehow get in through the back here and they try to come across here. Why I don't have anything coming from here to here, here to here. All right, I'm trying to keep it defensible as much as possible. We got our back well, so we put out fires. And yeah, they're working on the farm. The farm doesn't actually need to be that big. When you freeze everything, like how I have down here, we have ice. Yeah, all these little compartment areas. We're gonna copy this. Copy, and we're gonna do the same thing right here. All right, that makes it really, really easy. So let's get a door here. Perfect. Now we do have 8 out of 10 here. We do have simple meals that can be prepped. So let's do this until they have 20. Those will be frozen as well. And for booze, we're making it out of barley. We're trying to get a little bit more barley going. If I get a merchant in here, I'm going to purchase some stuff. But yeah, we're getting some clay. We need hay really badly. Oh, here we go. Getting some now. Yeah, and any barley we get, we're going to start planting. Finally starting to come up. Good hay patches. Right. We have some hostile polecats, so we got to be careful. They're all the way over here, thankfully. I'm hoping this bear will attack them. Okay, we got 132 now. We're going to start getting up the main tower. Get basic little building blocks like this. And I think we're going to have shooty windows. So we'll have windows in between everything. This will allow us to shoot out. This will be like a little fortified area. Be cool. It will also allow us to get a doorway right here. Get 2 doors. And don't think we're gonna have a window here. Gonna do brick. And I think I'm gonna do brick right here as well. But you know, they need to be able to run around. So up top, I want this to be actually clean. I don't want them to have to contend with moving around anything. Get brick pavers. And for defense, we'll get clay garlands. Yeah, I like that it auto like contorts now. You used to have to change it all. That's perfect. Here we go. Just like that. Okay, we're gonna need a little bit of support. We'll put it right there. There we go. Yeah, that's looking sharp. That's, you know, this is just a small little outpost. It took forever to build this too. Ages. But this should stand any siege. Comes at us on the normal difficulty. Normal difficulty easy. I've actually done runs on the hardest difficulty. And you have to do a bit of cheesing. A lot of traps. Alright, we have blighted crops. These are dangerous. You need to get them immediately. I have Brave come over here and cut it. Okay, so pretty much everything here is blighted. That sucks. We're gonna lose all our flax. And this is kind of why you keep them separate, alright? I'm actually going to tell Bravery to be a master cutter. Cut plants. 1. Alright, he's going to 2 on everything else. We're going to need to find some flax here shortly. Nice, there's barley and stuff over here. Hey, shovel board. Nice. Yeah, we're getting it all tailored out now. Looking good. For some reason, they hate me, and they're not coming over here to get the apple trees. There we go. See, we got our sapling back. Oh crap, we have a heat wave and a fire. I didn't know the heat wave could set things on fire like that. Luckily, we've destroyed almost all vegetation. Not a whole lot of fire risk. Except for this big old wicker thing that, yeah, that's going to catch on fire for sure. Well, if it does, I don't think we have anything important in here. Hope not. Walnut trees back here we can cut down. 1 apple tree. Cool. Yeah, we got the trees planted over here. Doing a good job. Okay, we're getting a little bit more coal over here. That's not bad. I mean, we made all this out of just like a little bit of clay. You can go crazier than this. I didn't even go through all the text we got. Entertainment 3. Gammon. Armor. Yeah, armors are pretty good. Cartography. That's allows us to do the world map. And go out and trade. Steel's pretty good. A good thing to have unlocked. Okay, now they're going to town. Now we're getting those seedlings that we need. Our walnuts. Got the clay going. This is great. There we go. Got a little bit of flax going. Ooh, we actually found some gooseberries. Not bad. Need walnut, and we need quince. We're going to have to cut down some more quince trees. A ton out here, actually. Okay, there's 5 right there. There's also 8 apple trees out here. There we go. Cool about putting your farms outside your gates is they act as a kill zone too. So if they do swim and get on this platform, not a whole lot they can hide. We can fight from any one of these pillars with all of our guys. We can have 2 guys down here. We can have guys back here, inside these little arrow areas. That helps protect them, actually. This is a pretty fortified spot. Oh, look at that. We're on the last parts. Now, one thing we want to do in this area here, get some warmth, okay? In the winter months, if you get attacked and you have people just chilling outside, they will freeze to death. It's really dangerous. Yeah, we're going to get a brazier in here. Put it right here. Perfect. Right, we have a random visitor, just like hooting and hollering, basically. Nice. I like how this is how they exit now. They go through the main keep. Okay, so technically we need to destroy this stairs now that this is up fully. Getting up the last little bits of this. Okay, it's done. Look at that. All of its glory. We did it. That's pretty cool. We got the last of the trees going up right now. One thing we need, though, was like, we need to get the market guy in here. We need to buy some barley and some flax. And we got 1 person with a crossbow. Very good. It's a good quality. The crossbow has a pretty significant range, too, as you can see. Just get an idea of how awesome this thing is. What I would do is park this person right here. They're going to be running across. They got a good shot all the way to the distance. It's a pretty ruthless combination right there. Draft. Alright, let's pass some time and actually have at least a battle on this. What's the point of building it if we don't defend it, right? Alright, we're going to look at it from our perspective here. It's the best perspective. Now the enemy's perspective. Okay, they're going to try to break in the back, so I'm actually going to get my men out of here. Pull them over here. Shoot, they got to run fast. Oh, yeah, they'll break in to the top part. Benjamin Nelson, so you can see that they're trying to get up. We'll shoot them through the windows if we have to. Alright. Get bravery over here. Bongo Doug. Oops, Daisy. Yeah, get all these guys over here. Brave come in and fight. Nice. Oh, great. Ender's out there trying to be a hero. Hold back. Nice. We got him. All right. So they actually were able to break through quite a bit, but we held it down. We held the fort. Did a great job. Thank you guys so much for watching. Special shout out to my patrons and my members, and everyone who watches and supports the channel. Have a good rest of your night.